am live in Hearne, Texas. It is going good, and I tell you what, looks like Hearne is coming out on offense. Quarterback number one on offense.
Actually, Hearne is on defense right now. They just kicked off. Kick sailed out of bounds. How you doing? This is Jerry Tennell. We got the athletic director, head coach Ricky Sargent, up against the Trinity's head coach and athletic director Patrick Goodman. This should be a good one, guys. We got Hearne coming out in the classic 4-3 defense set up against Trinity's offense, and Trinity has single back. They're on the 30-yard line, and here we go.
Number 10 in the shotgun, one flank to the left. Twins out on both sides, doubles. Number 5 comes in motion. It's snap. It's a high snap. It's a fumble snap. 10 picks it back up, tosses it back to 5. 5 runs to the left side. He's going to be swallowed in the backfield. That looks like number 30, number 24.
24 is Mr. Jacory McGrew, sophomore, 5'7", 150-pound defensive back. Calling our backfield for the Trinity Tigers, we got at quarterback, number 10, Mr. Cole Caldwell. Also in the backfield with him, our running back at the time, our halfback at the time.
Trips to the right, got one out wide, one in the backfield. It's snapped, it's hand off. He's stuffed in the backfield by a host of Eagles.
Very, very important that the Hearne Eagles is establishing their front line here. We got big number 73 down there on the line, Mr. Montarius Smith. He is definitely in there, and he's causing a ruckus in there on the defensive line. Also, number 62, Samuel Hornsberry, is also playing a great game right now. They both have 2 tackles for a loss. Trips to the right again. He drops back, throws a pass out to number 2, and he incomplete pass. So Hearne to start this game off with a 3-and-out as the Trinity punt team come on and the punt return team comes out for the Eagles. I think very early the Trinity better establish a run game very quickly because the Hearne Eagles are not falling for any of the play action passes right now. On the punt, number 10 for the Trinity Tigers, Mr. Cole Caldwell. And to return the punt for the Eagles, number 24, Jacory McGrew. Punt is blocked. Punt is blocked. Tip punted. He falls on it on the 20. Trinity falls on the punt. Punt by number 52. Mr. Stephen Kraft Mitchell blocks the punt. Good job there from Mr. Stephen Kraft Mitchell getting in the backfield and blocking that punt right there. Hearne will take over on the 20-yard line. I think very early here we're going to get to see the red zone offense for the Hearne Eagles. Trinity comes out and establishing their 4-3 front as well.
Hearne's going to come out 3 trips to the right side. One in the backfield, one out to the left.
I think it's very, very important to pay attention to number 1, Micah Smith in the backfield.
Micah Smith with the ball, hands it off to number 24. He's out left side. He's still on his feet. He cuts back right. He's going, may go all the way. He needs one block. Will he get there? Cuts back inside. He has got a first down, Eagles.
That was a very good run. The cutback there was definitely there. It's very, very important that you establish your lanes very early in the game.
It's going to be first and goal, looks like from the 10-yard line for the Eagles. Eagles going to come out doubles. One in the backfield.
24 in the back grill. This is Mr. McGrew.
Smith with the
play
ball.
Action.
Still on his feet. Looks like he's going to get about, what do you call it, about 4 yards?
I say he might got back to the, maybe 3 or 4 there. Maybe 3 or 4 there.
It's going to be 2nd and 6, 2nd and goal for the Eagles.
Mr. Austin Cummins for the Tigers has 2 tackles right now. He's playing a great game so far. It looked like he's playing the defensive tackle position down there on the center. Right in front of the center. And again, they come out. They got 2 in the backfield, Mr. Micah Smith and Mr. McGrew in the backfield. Looks like we got trips to the right, motion. 2nd down and about 8. Snaps into the shotgun, takes a step back. He's scrambling to the right, scrambling to the right. tucks it, runs, cuts back, tackled down at about the 6-yard line, guys. 6-yard line.
On the quarterback keeper around the right end, down to the Eagle, down to the Tiger 3-yard line, 3rd down and goal to go for the Eagles.
Correction, we are going 3-yard line, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 from the Hearne Eagles 3-yard line. Trying to get into that end zone, trying to punch it in. I think this is a good time to go ahead and introduce the offensive line. We got number 73 for the Hearne Eagles, which is Mr. Montarius Smith. Got number 58 for the Hearne Eagles, which is Mr. Lance Ham. Number 66 for the Hearne Eagles, which is Jimmy Jones III. I formation for the Tigers. Here comes the snap, direct snap to the quarterback. Cuts back and looks like he's on the 1-yard line. Stuffed at the 1-yard line. That's a great tackle.
Well, that was a good tackle right there in the red zone. He's at the 1-yard line. Hearne looks like they're going to keep their offense out on the field. They're at the left hash.
Tell you what, that split back is definitely dangerous I formation to be in.
He has the ball. He runs. It is. He got in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Smith with the quarterback keeper. I wanted you guys to pay very close attention to that front line. That front line got a very great push off of the ball, and that's what allowed Mr. Micah Smith to dive right on into the end zone right there. Great job. Great job by the offense there.
I tell you what, Coach Ricky Sargent is really calling a good game so far. It seems like every single play he's called has got Hearne positive yards. That's why they just scored a touchdown. Looks like number 22 is about to kick. Omar Leon, he's a junior, 5'7", 165 pounds.
Also, we got to make sure that we give credit to Mr. Terrence Tolliver, which is the offensive coordinator up there calling those plays.
It is up and good. Hearne is on the board, 7-0.
Very important here that Trinity comes out and puts some kind of points on the board, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. You never want to start a game with getting hit in the mouth like that. So what you want to do is you want to come out and you want to establish a good run game, try to get you a few passes in, and you want to get some points on the board any way possible here. And also, if you're the Hearne Eagles, you don't want to get comfortable with any kind of lead. You want to keep your foot on the gas and never let up. Well, we got a break in the action. Go ahead and introduce some of our coaches from the Hearne Eagles. We got the defensive coordinator, Alfonso Jackson, the offensive coordinator, Terrence Tolliver, the special teams coordinator, Mr. Agapito Montalongo. We got the assistant coach, Mr. Terrence Tolliver, the also assistant coach, Ken Dunn, assistant coach, Kevin Johnson, assistant coach, Cameron Turner, superintendent, Dr. Adrian Johnson, principal, Dr. Bruce Hill, assistant principal, Miss Anita Jordan, and our athletic coordinator for the Hearne Eagles is Miss Faye Carter.
Hearne is set to kick it off. Looks like Leon.
Kicking off for the Eagles, number 22, Leon.
He's getting ready to kick the ball off for the Eagles.
For the Tigers, number 5.
Back deep for the Tigers, number 5, Mr. Jamarian Hall back there to receive the kickoff.
And speaking of Jamarian Hall, he is one of our players to watch tonight. He is a dangerous back there. This guy can do it all. He's a do-it-all player. We also have number 1, Tavarius Kraft, and can't see who the other guy is, but I'm pretty sure he's as dangerous as well.
Looks like number 2, Julian Claiborne.
Julian Claiborne, number 2 back.
I'll tell you something else, Mr. Kelly. This wind here is really kicking out here, and that's going to be a factor to watch also, but that is a part of the game. If you can't handle the wind, then you can't play football. So we're going to see exactly how the wind affects this football play today.
It's a good night. It's kicked off. Leon kicks the ball off. It's out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. And it looks like the Tigers will start the next drive in good territory.
And this is exactly where the Tigers started their last drive off of the kickoff. Hearne definitely has to get that under the control and get that kickoff to sail more towards the middle of the field instead of towards that sideline and giving the Tigers such great field position. Hearne Eagles are going to come back out and do a re-kick. They're going to take that penalty and scoot them back about 10 yards, and we're going to re-kick the ball off. Now, right here, Hearne wants to establish a very, very, very great field position here. And the only way to do that is to kick the ball in bounds. We don't want another penalty here.
Trinity wants to kick over by the Eagles.
Trinity wants a kick over by the Eagles. Trinity accepts the penalty. And they're going to ask for a re-kick here, and the ball falls again. Again, the wind is picking up here. Boy, there's nothing like these Friday night lights, buddy. I'll tell you that.
And the kick is off. It is in bounds. Back to the 20, and we have a return by number 5 from the 20 to the 30 to the 40. Pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Kickoff all the way out.
Great
Position for the Tigers.
Tiger 43-yard line. First
And
down
while the
and
Tigers
10,
come out,
Trinity. Pushed out by number 24,
the Hearne
McGrew for
Eagles
the
look to
Eagles.
establish another 3 and out here, coming out on defense. On the corners, we have number 7, Zion Minor, and number 13 for the number 7 for the Hearne Eagles, Keyshawn Langham, and number 13, Jeremiah Jarode on the corners. And looks like we have trips to the left. Sends a blitz. It's a high snap. Falls on the ball at about the 25-yard line.
Snap goes over
That's
the
going to be
quarterback's
about a
head.
10-yard loss
Recovered by number 3.
for the Trinity
Goodman.
Tigers. Number 3,
Brings
Traylon
up
Goodman
second down
hops
and
on
25 for the Tigers.
that loose snap. So they start this drive off here with a 10-yard loss, and that has to hurt. Number 3.
Traylon Goodman back in the gun, has one to the side, doubles out left, one out right. Technical difficulties with the video currently.
Oh,
Should be big.
look
back
at
up and going.
those kind of balls there you
Goodman's
have to catch
pass.
as a wide receiver. It always hurt if it hits your hands, you have to bring that one in. Number 7.
Minor falls incomplete.
Number 7
Brings up
tries to
third down
snag
and
it in
long
there.
for the
Mr.
Tigers.
Zion Minor couldn't quite get it into it. So we're going to redo 3rd down. Looks like about 3rd and 25. Looks like we have trips to the right side for the Tigers. Number 3 in the backfield, number 7 in the backfield for the Tigers, Traylon Goodman, and number 7, Zion Minor. High snap again, he drops back, he launches one up. It's up, it's up. Oh my goodness, that was nearly grabbed by number 5,
Goodman's
Mr. Jamarian
pass,
Hall.
Number 6, Hop Gill falls incomplete.
Looks like
Brings
number
up 4th down and 25
7,
for the Tigers.
Keyshawn Langham was on the breakup.
Yeah, that was perfect defense right there. You can't ask for anything better.
He's a 5'9" sophomore, 165 quarterback, wide receiver, and defensive back. The guy really knows what he's doing. That was a good play. Hey, playing on varsity as a sophomore, that means he really is a hard worker, and I know Coach Sargent is proud of him for that
the
play.
Tigers,
No
number
line.
10, Caldwell.
You know, that puts him
back
in a
deep to
good
receive the
position.
punt for the Eagles, number
Back
24,
deep
McGrew.
is number 24, McGrew. It's a punt.
It's a shanked punt. Everybody's running away. As the punt team here, you never want to let that ball bounce backwards.
It's going to be down at about the
Tiger punt is down.
46-yard line.
At the Tiger 49-yard line,
49-yard
first
line,
down and
excuse me.
10, Hearne Eagles.
49.
That's like the 46, right?
46, yeah.
46-yard line. Really the 45.
First down and 10, Hearne Eagles from their Tiger 45-yard line.
45-yard line, that is. That's right, the 45-yard line. The Hearne Eagles and Micah Smith come back out at quarterback. Let's see what Coach Sargent has dialed up. Looks like he's going to go trips to the right, one in the backfield, one out left.
And we have yet to see Micah throw the ball here. I'm interested to see what that throw is going to look like, his first or second throw.
He is a 4-year starter at quarterback. He snaps the ball. It's going to be a penalty.
Flags on the play.
Got flag blown dead. I believe it's going to be encroachment on the defense.
This encroachment's Hearne a game 5
False start
yards.
marked off against the Eagles.
Gonna be a
Brings up
false
first
start.
down and 15.
Who was that, Jerry? If you're not sure who it was, it's going to be a 5-yard marker. That's going to put him at midfield.
Never want to start the drive with a penalty. Always want to start the drive with positive play. So we're going to start it over right here, 5-yard negative to where we would have started on the first down from the 50-yard line. We got trips to the right, split back to the left. Micah Smith takes a snap. Drops back. Here's his first pass. It's a bullet. Oh, wait, that's a nice hit by number 8.
Number 8, that was a heck of a hit. Good job, guys.
Mark Wavy and Jeremilio, that was a very nice hit. Very, very proper technique. Didn't leave with his helmet wrapped up. Put a licking on him, and I tell you what, that ball got jarred loose, buddy. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's good old Texas high school football there.
I'll tell you what, if he keeps playing like that consistently, we can maybe see him playing on Saturdays. What you think?
I think that he definitely has a great shot if he keeps hitting like that, Mr. Kelly.
That's right. It's going to be second down. Hearne is behind their own sticks. It's going to be live at the 50-yard line. That's right, midfield. Micah.
Check, Kelly. There's empty backfield there. Empty backfield. Be aware.
Right. It's smart. It's a low snap. He drops back, runs up the middle. He's going to get hit. No, he's still on his feet. He's going to get dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
By number 4, Mr. Kadarius Goodall. That is a great technique. Also by Mr. Kadarius Goodall, staying in his lanes, playing the guy.
For the Tigers,
I'll tell you what.
Third down and 15.
The Tigers have definitely stepped up on defense this drive. I see what they're doing. It's looking good right now. And they have the Eagles backed up. 3rd and 15 from the 50-yard line. Let's see what Coach Sargent draws up here on 3rd down.
Well, I believe you should be looking for something about a screen pass, maybe a little draw for the quarterback. If not, a quick little wheel route to the receiver.
We have one that comes back out, number 11. It's Micah Smith in the backfield. Trips to the right. Double deuce on the left. It's snapped back. He drops back in the pocket, looks left. It's going to go down the middle.
That's
first down. Oh, I thought there may have been a penalty.
There was a little contact there, very early contact there. Number 7 there wanted to get that catch in. I think the contact was a little early, maybe a missed call there. But it's okay. We're still going to go in right now. We got 4th and 15 from the Hearne Eagles 50-yard line.
For the Eagles, number 1, Micah Smith.
Micah Smith, he's also the punter here. He's the punter, the quarterback, defensive back. He can do it all as well. Got number 6 back to receive for the Tigers, which is Mr. I believe that's Navat Gill. Punts low. Got a low snap. He got a punt. It's very high in the air. It's going to take a good Eagles bounce. He catches it, tries to field it, but he's swallowed up at the 7-yard line. That's a great job by the Eagles. Number 19, Mr. Jalen Sauls Lewis with the nice punt coverage there. Great job, Mr. Number 19. Also, on those situations, if you're not going to catch it out of the air, you do not want to play the bounce.
Too many things can go wrong there. If you're not going to field it off of the punt, off of the air, you just want to leave it alone. Get away from it.
Yeah, that was right.
Thank everybody for coming out.
What are we going to do
Woodfield
here
tonight?
Let's see what Smith has
to enjoy the game between the Hearne Eagles and the Trinity Tigers. Thank you.
It's nice. Smith is at safety. The quarterback.
I don't think he's coming out of the game yet, Kills.
Hey, doesn't look like he is. I guess Sargent knows exactly what he's doing.
All righty, we got
number 10 Milton. No, that's the wrong one. Excuse me. Cole Caldwell in the backfield at quarterback.
Got motion by the tight end. Snap.
It's handed off up the middle, swallowed up
again by.
He's going to lose a yard.
Again, number 52, man. That guy there is definitely causing trouble. Mr. Kraft Mitchell, I'm telling you, that guy there has yet to be pushed away from this ball. Every time off the line of scrimmage, he's establishing his spot on the line of scrimmage. He's not getting moved there. They're going to
have to double him or something to get him out of the middle of the field and then run around him.
And he's 6 foot 225. Again, if he's consistent as well, we may be seeing him on Saturdays soon.
Looks like we got doubles to the right. Tight end to the right, also wheel to the right. We got a pass up, and it's picked off by number 7. Number 7 going the other way. Pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
The Tiger pass is intercepted by number 7, Langham, for the Eagles. Eagles take over first down and 10 on the interception
72 people
at the Tiger 17-yard line. First down and 10, Hearne Eagles.
That was a great play there by number 7 for the Hearne Eagles, Mr. Keyshawn Langham. He's doing a great job tonight. That was a great job by reading the pass in the air. He knew it was going to be short, so he jumped and made a break on the ball. Nice turn of possession right there. Great job, number 7. And then Hearne comes back out on offense. You have Mike Smith in the backfield again. Looks like he got doubles to the right, doubles to the left. Snapping the ball, hands it off to number 24. He cuts back, goes to the middle, down to the 7-yard line. Fumble!
Fumble recovered by the Eagles.
Fumble recovered by number 73. Great job, great heads-up play there, Mr. Monterey Smith. Number 24 better wrap his hands around that ball and hold it tight. Like they lost it there.
Come back out again. We got trips to the right.
The Hearne Eagles this time. Micah Smith in the backfield with number 24 again, Mr. Jacoy McGrew. Number 6 to the left. Ball snapped. Reed. Number 24 has the ball again. He's out to the left. Tackled right at about the 5-yard line. Maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain there. Looking for a first down, and he gets it.
Picks up the first down around the left end.
Got one down on the field right now.
Got an injury timeout on the field.
Injury timeout.
They're saying that live feed ain't working.
Got number 1 down. Looks like cramps. Mr. Tavarius Kraft, wide receiver, defensive back for the Trinity Tigers, is down right now. Looks like a standard case of cramps, or maybe caught a Charlie horse or something. We hope and pray that he's okay and it's nothing serious. Take this time right now to introduce the Trinity coaching staff. We got at head coach Mr. Patrick Goodman. Our assistant coaches Mark Bickham, Jerry Cummins, Seth Campbell, James Herrera, Mr. Mason, Mr. Chad Kenny, Mr. Jacoby Mitchell, Terrence Potts, Forrest Riddick, Mr. John Ross, and Mr. Doug Sanchez. Our athletic trainers is Miss Alexis Soto. Principal over there is Miss Brittany Cassidy. Superintendent Dr. John Kaufman. And number 1 is up on his own feet and jogs off on his own. Looks like a standard case of cramps is what I thought it was there.
At this time, we like to take time to recognize one of our sponsors from the Hearne Eagles, Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware is located in Hearne, Texas. That's right. Go visit Mr. Keith and the guys whenever you get a chance. Ace Hardware, one of the sponsors for the nice ball game.
Ace is the place. That's what I hear the slogan is. Ace is the place. Oh, now the Hearne Eagles looking to punch it in here from the 5-yard line. Got trips to the left. Number 4 out to the right. Mr. Jabari Dunn. Number 11 in the backfield here, taking his first snaps, Mr. Damian Gunnels. And he gets the ball, runs up the middle, and he's going to get down to about the 2-yard line. It's fumble picked up by number 6. He's going to the 20, to the 30, to the 40. Tackled at the 45-yard line. Fumble recovery by number 6, Mr. Nahava. Number 5, Mr. Jamarian Gill recovers the fumble, takes it all the way back down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. What a mistake there. What do you say about that, Kels?
Hey, I'll tell you what, it was definitely a mistake, but it was a good part by the Tigers being nifty and keeping his eyes up and picking up the ball and taking it down the field for his ball club. That's right, man. This game is maybe going to get pretty tight by the end of this first quarter. It's 3:25 left on the clock. Eagles up 7-0.
Also, right now, the team has to wrap their arms around Mr. 11, Mr. Gunnels. Let him know, hey, put that play behind you. It doesn't matter. We're going to move on to the next play. You can't do nothing about that one. Get out here on defense and make a play for yourself, sir.
And that's all you can do is make a play for your ball club. Looks like number 1 has been taken out of the game. He needs a breather.
Yeah, tight end to the right.
We got a different quarterback in the game. It's going to be to the right side. He's going to go all the way. Oh, he's still going.
Number 55 there on the tackle, Mr. Anthony Jackson.
Along with number 10.
Number 55, Mr. Anthony Jackson, is a junior, 6'3", 260 pounds. Plays both sides of the ball as well. Offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Great job on flowing to the football there. Nothing more than I love to see than a big guy running to the ball. I like it when big guys don't give up on the play. Looks like we're going to have number 3 in the backfield again, playing quarterback for the Trinity Tigers, which is Mr. Traylon Goodman. Got doubles to the right again. Got split back to the right. Number 5, Jamarian Hall. Number 4, excuse me. Oh, and he's swallowed up by the blitz. That was a great call there with the blitz. He's tackled by a host of Eagles. You got number 55 in, number 10 in, number 24 in. Everybody's in there on the play. But initially, number 55 again in the backfield as quick as possible. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy how much number 55 is in the backfield.
There we go. Hold it.
All righty. Coming again, we got 3rd and about 12 here. 2 negative plays for the Trinity Tigers, looking to get something positive out of this one. Swings to the left, and he throws a pass to number 2, but it was too high. I almost tried to grab it there. It was just a little too high from Mr. Julian Claiborne. Incomplete pass. Got 4th down and about 12. Brings up fourth down for the Tigers. I'll tell you what, man, this is a great game we're watching here. 7-0, 1:55 left in the first. Punt team comes on for the Trinity. Number 10, Mr. Caldwell, punted off for the Tigers, excuse me. And number 24, Mr. McGrew, back for the Eagles to return the punt.
Timeout called by the Trinity Tigers.
Yeah, Trinity gets a timeout right here. 1:55 left in the quarter. Take this time right now to say again, we are sponsored by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Make sure you stop by and get all your hardware there. Make sure you tell them Darren Kelly and Lou Tech Media sent you there. Number 1 is having himself a pretty decent game on offense and defense. I believe he's chalked up 2 tackles on defense, and he's actually having a very positive game on offense at quarterback. During this timeout, we also would like to thank you guys, all of our fans, for viewing and checking in with us over here on the Lou Tech Media Live podcast. And we're also going to say that we are also sponsored by CarQuest in Hearne, Texas. Thank you guys for sponsoring us, and I hope you guys are tuned in to watch. All your car service needs, stop at CarQuest. And again, Tigers come out ready to punt from their own 40-yard line. Back to receive the punt, number 24, Mr. McGrew.
Cole Caldwell back to punt the ball. Cole Caldwell has the ball. It's punted. It's a little shank. That's going to land about the 45-yard line. It's going to be down right at the 44-yard line. Excuse me, the 46-yard line for the Eagles. So the Eagles are going to start in a really good field position.
Number 6 almost made another mistake there. I'm telling you, when the ball is punted, you want to get way away from the punt there. Yeah. I tell you what are some things to watch here for the Tigers? I tell you what, this possession here for the Hearne Eagles is going to tell us what. Got Hearne with trips to the right. Micah Smith back in the backfield. Reed hands it off to Mr. McGrew. McGrew takes a cut, takes a lick from number 50 right there. Number 50, Jakyron Flintroy right. Number 50, Mr. Raymond Bally right there for the tackle for the Tigers.
That's right, it's a little break in the action today.
Flag is clicked up on
so
the play.
far, buddy, this looks to be a good one. That's what I'm talking
Brings
about.
up
This is a
second
good
down and
football
8
game. It looks like
for the
it's going to
Eagles.
be, what is that?
Second and about 9.
Second and about 9. Hearne Eagles in their own territory, right there at the 48-yard line. Let's see what they're going to do. What Coach Sargent has dialed up on second down. Micah Smith in the backfield. We got one in the backfield as well with them. 3 to the right. It's a
Micah
pitch
Smith drops back. Pressured by number 50.
He's looking left.
Watch him.
Yeah,
Watch
he
it.
touched the ball. He's going to go out of bounds. I think he's going to take a loss right there.
Now, that one right there, I don't understand. Mr. Micah's
Pushed
got
out
to
of
know his
bounds by
presence on
number
the field. He's
50.
got to know where he is on the
Ball.
field. Now, that one right there, he's out of the
Volley.
pocket. No reason to take a loss.
For the
Have to
Tigers,
throw that
brings
one
up
away.
second down,
Right now,
third
instead of
down
it being
and
2nd and
nine for the
8,
Eagles.
now it's going to be about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10.
That's right, but guess what? He still has another chance. It's 3rd down. Let's see what they're going to do on 3rd down and 9. That's right from the 46-yard line. Hearne in their own territory.
Very essential right here to watch that trip side over there to the right from Mr. Micah Smith. He loves to roll to the right on 3rd down. Let's see if he does it here.
He's in the backfield. Snaps, drops back. Going to drop back, pumps fakes left, goes back up the middle, still on his feet. He is going to go down by a host.
Number
Tigers.
51 in on the tackle. Number 50 in on the tackle for the
Eagle
Tigers.
backfield.
Number 50 is Raymond
Number
Bolly.
5,
Number
Hall for the
51,
Tigers.
number Fidencio Ruiz,
Brings up
and number
4th and
5,
long for the
Jamarian
Eagles.
Hall for the Tigers. All in on the tackle right there. Sack. Again, Micah Smith takes an unnecessary loss there. You're already in the backfield. Go ahead and roll out and throw the ball away there. It's
Timeout
okay, though.
called
Put
by
that
the
one
Hearne
behind you.
Eagles
We're going to
with-
go on to the next one.
Going to the next play is right. It's 42 seconds
42
left on the
seconds
clock.
remaining
in the first quarter. Hearne up 7-0 over the Trinity Tigers. I tell you what, ever since that second drive, Trinity has stepped it up on defense. If they can get it going on the offensive end and capitalize on a few plays here and a few plays there, I think this game will be a little more tighter.
And also, I believe if they can just capitalize on their turnovers, they had a fumble recovery earlier and took it all the way out to the 45. Offense came on, and the offense really got stuffed. And, you know, you hate to see that on a turnover. On turnovers, you really want to capitalize on turnovers. If nothing else, definitely on turnovers. Your defense works hard, you know, and your offense has to come on, and they have to pick up where the defense left off.
I tell you what, no matter what, you just have to keep going.
Yes, sir, you do.
And that's what I believe they're going to keep doing. This is a good ball game. It's 42 seconds left in the first quarter.
Number 5 back there to receive the ball, receive the punt, actually, Mr. Jamarian Hall.
Oh, that's the guy that picked that fumble up out of the end zone and took it all the way down to the 45. Back to punt, Mr. Michael Smith.
We're having video technical difficulties, so the camera was on us for a while. Smith is punting the ball. He's punting. That's a good, jolly punt. Number 5 back. Oh, he muffed the punt. What are they going to do? It's still fumbled. Hearne is on the ball. First down, Hearne.
On the 5-yard line. On the 5-yard line. Those are the.
Recovered by number 11, Gunnels. For the Eagles, first down and 10. Hearne Eagles after the muff punt.
I'll tell you what, man. We sure do have a lot of media experts out here, bud.
I tell you what, hey, I don't mind a little critiquing. We had technical difficulties for 2 downs. We're sorry about that to all our viewers, but we're back up and running right now. And I tell you what, thanks to everybody watching. If you could leave a comment where you're watching from, we definitely appreciate it. We're just trying to see how many people we're reaching. Hey, this is a good game. We're glad that y'all all tuned in today, Tiger fans and Eagle fans. Hey, I tell you what, this is a good one so far. We're going to see where this game leads. It's 31 seconds left in the first quarter.
Hearne takes over on their own about, looks like 4 or 5-yard line. We're going to see if they can punch it in here. Last time they got down here, it was an unfortunate fumble for the Hearne Eagles. We're going to see if they can punch this one in and put some more points on the board before half.
Hey, let's see what they'll do. Micah Smith is in the backfield. Deuce is out wide on both sides. We got one tailback in the backfield. Looks like the referees were conversing about something for a while.
I think the spot of the ball is what they were conversing about. Those plays right there, bang plays where you jump on the ball and you know you roll on it. Referees might get a little confused on where the spot is.
Hey, it happens. Micah Smith in the backfield, along with number 24,
Mr. McGrew.
Mr. McGrew. He has a handoff. It's end zone touchdown. Walks right in. That's right. The Hearne Eagles are on top of the Trinity Tigers, 13-0 with 24 seconds left in the first quarter of action.
That was a great job by the offensive line, sealing the outside man and letting Mr. McGrew get on the outside there. You want to look to do that on every down, seal that outside man and get on up to the next level.
Hey, I tell you what, Hearne is putting together a pretty impressive offensive drive. If they would have never fumbled down the end zone, it could have easily been maybe 21-0.
Yeah, but you know what, Kels? That plays behind them, and I don't think they're thinking about that anymore. I think they're pretty much more celebrating the touchdown they just put on the board.
I heard that, buddy. Leon is back to kick the ball. It's up, and it looks like it's good. 14-0. First quarter action. Hearne Eagles, Trinity Tigers. 24 seconds left.
So, Kelly, I got a question, man. What do you think that the head coach for the Trinity Tigers, Mr. Goodman, is over there telling his players right now?
Hey, he's just telling them to keep going. Well, first of all, they're a young ball club. They started almost all underclassmen last year. That's right. So most of these kids are still underclassmen. They're not seniors yet. He's just telling them to keep fighting because every down you have another opportunity to do something special.
You're not lying there, man. And if they just focus on the next down, I believe that they're good. They can put together a couple of drives. It's not like their drives are not getting anywhere. They just have too many mistakes on their offensive drive, which is cutting them a little short from a first down here, first down there.
That's right. If the offense can get something going, because the defense is playing actually pretty good right now. Besides a few misses here and a few misses there, the defense is actually playing excellent, to my opinion.
Yes, sir. I do believe you're right. And also, I want to take the time right now to go ahead and let you know that the offense for the Trinity Tigers is playing both sides of the ball as well, just like the Hearne Eagles. So fatigue could be a bit of a problem there. But I tell you what, first game of the season, you got to get those jitters out and you got to get something going. Hope they figure it out here and get some points on the board. Kicking off for the Hearne Eagles, number 22. Back to receive, number 5.
22, Leon.
Kicks it out to number 5. Number 5's back. Catches the kick this time, going now to the 20. Ooh, makes a move. He cuts back. He's headed to the 30, to the 35. Looks like he's pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Great job, Mr. Hall, right there to put that last play behind him and try to get a positive return out of that one, and he did a great job there, getting down to the 35-yard line. Looks like about a 16-yard return.
We can talk about Trinity coach Patrick Goodman. He spent 11 years at Navasota, and he was their head coach also in 16 and 17. Liberty is located in between Huntsville and Crockett. I tell you what, Coach Goodman, I believe, this drive, he's going to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, he has to be here. He's got a team playing from behind, and there's nothing like playing from behind with no aggression. So I believe he's going to try a few, what do you call those plays that bust open for about 15, 30 yards. He's going to try a couple of those good trick plays, establish a good passing drive right here is what I think he's going to have to put together.
I believe he'll do just that with Jamarian Hall and Traylon Goodman. Number 5 with the ball, that would be Jamarian Hall. That's Goodman, excuse me. Well, Coach Goodman knows a little bit about coaching his players hard. He coached Dexter Pratt over at Navasota, who went on to go to Oklahoma State and LSU, as well as Brandon Jackson, who signed at Texas A&M. So he knows a little bit about coaching players hard and getting the best out of his players. And I know in this second quarter, he's going to do just that.
Yes, sir. I do believe you're right. I do believe he had a little bit to do with Mr. Trindavian out there in Navasota, too. Wide receiver that comes out and went to Baylor out of high school there.
That's right. He was the #1 wide receiver in the state of Texas and the #5 wide receiver in the nation. If you don't know who he is, he holds the nation's record for most touchdowns by catches by a wide receiver in the nation.
And that is a product of Mr. Patrick Goodman.
Mr. Goodman, exactly. It's 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Tigers with the ball. They snap back. They're going to run left. He gets a block. Number 3 is up. That was a pretty good nifty run for about 7 yards.
Yes, sir. See, Traylon Goodman is going to want to do that the whole game. He's really going to want to establish the run with his legs and then look to pass. Right now, he's having a pretty great game on this, and he's also having a pretty great drive. No mistakes here, and I believe this drive will turn out very successful for him, and they'll put some points on the board here. And that'll be the quarter for us. We're going to flip sides and go the other way. And right now we're going to take a time and introduce another one of our sponsors here.
That's exactly right. We're also sponsored by Touch by Touche Body Contouring. Call Kiera Scott at 979-820-7101. That's right. If you want to get your body contour, Touch by Touche is one of the sponsors, and she'll take care of you. Again, that's 979-820-7101. Hey, buddy, I tell you what, man, that was a pretty good first quarter.
For the Hearne Eagles, Yes, and that was actually a pretty good quarter for the Trinity Tigers too. But I believe Trinity Tigers just made too few many mistakes there, and Hearne just capitalized on them, whereas the Tigers couldn't capitalize on their mistakes. And I think that's what happened there.
Hey, that's exactly what happened. But hey, it's only the second quarter, and there's 12 minutes left in this. We haven't even started the second quarter yet. So the Trinity Tigers can get it turned on in this quarter, and I believe they can do so. Let's see what Coach Goodman has up his sleeve. And if you know anything about Coach Goodman, I got a chance to meet with him the other day via telephone, and he's happy about his guys. He said that they had to limit the big mistakes, they had to be aggressive, and they had to control number one, Micah Smith. And looks like tonight on defense they're doing almost just that. They need to turn it on offense to see if this will go somewhere.
Yeah, on this second quarter and this drive especially, I want you to watch number 52, defensive lineman for the Hearne Eagles. In the backfield, it's a pitch to number 3, Traylon Goodman. He's off. He's off to the races here. He's off to down at about the 30-yard line.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that was a nifty little run. That was also a dangerous pitch because Hearne had a guy right in the backfield that could have intercepted that pitch, but somehow he got the ball and went out to the right side, and that was a nifty run to get down to the 30-yard line.
Yes, sir. And also what I was trying to say there is right now the Hearne Eagles front for the defensive line there is putting up a fight, and I'm telling you, and they're winning the battle right now. Number 52, Stephen Kraft, 6-foot junior, and number 50 also, Jakyron Flintroy, are having a great game down there on the line. Comes out right now, we got split backs.
High snap.
Pitch to number 3, and we're down to the 25. Tackled at about the 20-yard line, and we're going to take it to the first down.
I think that's going to be about the 18-yard line maybe. Hey, if they can keep getting plays, positive plays like that, every single play that they run, hey, they can be dangerous. Let's look what they're going to do on this drive going into the red zone.
Number 73 checks into the game for the Hearne Eagles, which is Mr. Montarius Smith. Keep an eye on that big defensive line down there. They are causing all kind of trouble. If you're the offensive line for the Trinity Tigers, you're going to want to establish a very good push on that front side so you can open up some running lanes for your running back. Got 2 running backs in the backfield, number 25 and number 3.
It's going to be a high snap. It's going to be a penalty or – Timeout Trinity with 10:53 to go in the second quarter. Score is Hearne Eagles 14, Trinity Tigers 0.
Yeah, and right now we're going to go ahead and say again, for all your hardware needs, go to Ace Hardware. For all your car needs, go to CarQuest. For your body contouring, go to Touched by Touche. And also, if you get a little hungry, you want to stop by Becky's Taqueria, call to order 979-279-5131. Again, that is Becky's Taqueria down in Hearne, Texas.
Hey, I tell you what, one thing about Becky's, it was early one morning, about 8 o'clock. Hey, man, I'm going on my way to Franklin to do a job in the oil field. I'll tell you what, I was so hungry, man.
Hungry enough to eat a cow, huh?
Hungry enough to eat a cow. And I called my buddy. I was like, man, did your wife make breakfast? He said, no. He said, we actually ate at Becky's Taqueria. I said, what? So I went across the street. Hey, man, I got a breakfast taco. Yeah. Hey, man, I've been back multiple times ever since. Hey, I'll tell you what, man, they're really good, man. So shout out to the folks over at Becky Taqueria. That's right, 979-279-5131.
Make sure you tell them Lou Tech Media sent you.
And you might just get a discount. I don't know about that, but, hey, it sounds good.
Don't push the maybe, baby.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Trinity Tigers back out. That's right, they're back out.
Double to the left, tight end to the left. Number 3 in the backfield again. Number 10 in the backfield is a quarterback, and they got him offside. Very high snap.
Oh, it's an interception, but it will be coming back. It will be coming back.
Headed to the end zone, to the 20, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15-yard line. That one will be coming back because we got an offsides call by the Hearne Eagles. Offsides on the Hearne Eagles. That will be coming back.
Flags on the play. Redmond with the interception.
That one's going to be coming back again. I believe that's going to be offsides on the Hearne Eagles. Defensive line definitely want to make sure that they're watching the ball. Don't want to give up a big interception like that one due to an offsides call. I'll tell you that. Again, we want to thank all you viewers for watching from the Trinity and also from Hearne Eagles team. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in to Lou Tech Media. I don't know exactly who jumped off sides. We're just going to say offsides on the Hearne Eagles. We're going to replay it. 5-yard penalty, first down for the Hearne Eagles. In the backfield, we got number 5 for the Tigers, Jamarian Hall, number 3, Traylon Goodman. Got doubles to the left, tight end to the left as well. Tight end to the right, excuse me. Tight end to the right, doubles to the left. Traylon Goodman and Jamarian Hall in the backfield for the Trinity Tigers. Looks like on defense, the Hearne Eagles are playing a little man defense here. Everybody's manned up. One safety in the back, which is Micah Smith. Fumbled snap again, and it looks like it's going to be recovered by the Hearne Eagles. Looks like, and it is recovered by number 24 on the blitz there. I am loving that dial-up blitz by Mr. Patrick. Excuse me, Mr. Ricky Sargent called a blitz there, and it definitely succeeded. Fumbled snap, dropped by number 5, and scooped up and recovered by number 23.
Want to apologize if the video is a little choppy. There's a lot of signal interference here at the stadium right now. We're doing the best that we can. I tell you what, you guys just keep watching out there. I tell you what, it'll get better.
And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties right now. We're getting it established now, but if you can hear me, the Hearne Eagles takes over at about the 15-yard line. We got a run play going to the left.
Around the left end. Picks up. Back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down and 10 for the Eagles.
Second down and 10 from the Eagles. Micah Smith with the ball. Let's see what Coach has dialed up here. Trips to the right side. For Smith, it's going to be a flag.
Looks like maybe a weak formation.
It's going to be delay of game on the Eagles. It's going to back them up 5 yards. That was just a mental error.
Yeah, those kind of penalties there go with the coach and with the players there. Coach and the players should definitely be watching the play clock there. It's okay, though. Backs them up 5 yards, second and about 15. Micah Smith takes the snap, drops back for the pass, sees the stop route, and it's a successful pass to number 4. That was a great, about 7 yards picked up there to number 4, Jabari Dunn.
Brings up third down and 7 for the Eagles.
And again, we're coming out split. Excuse me, trips to the right for the Hearne Eagles. Wide receiver on the right, too, number 24, Mr. McGrew.
It's going to be timeout. Coach Sargent just wants to talk this over. It's 9-11 left in the second quarter, 14-0.
And during this timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout to introduce another one of our sponsors, Hearne Chiropractor, Dr. Mark Catalina in Hearne, Texas, number 979-279-3862. Again, that's Hearne Chiropractic in Hearne, Texas.
Hey, I'll tell you what, got a chance to speak with Mr. Catalina the other day. Hey, this guy is a die-hard Eagles fan. That's right. He loves his alma mater. He actually played back here. He played back here in the 80s, and this guy was amazing. I tell you what, he's a very humble guy. He loves his team. He loves his patients, and he just loves what he does.
Yeah, man, I tell you, there's nothing like a chiropractor, buddy. Anytime your back's out of whack, get you a chiropractor, all right? And the Hearne Eagles come out again. Trips to the left this time. Micah Smith in the backfield again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. If you guys have seen choppy video or you're not hearing us too good. Also, the weather is going to play a big factor here. It's little thunderstorm clouds forming up there. I hope it doesn't come down, but if it does, we are prepared. Micah Smith takes the snap, drops back, and he launches one. Caught by number 4, who tries to cut back. Still on his feet. Losing yardage right there. That is a perfect time to introduce my boy Kelly back on the mic.
Hey, I tell you what, man. One thing about Hearne, they're going to stay consistent. And it looks like they may come and punt the ball.
Yeah, anytime you catch the ball on 3rd down, if you're not going to get positive yards, you definitely want to not go negative. You're not going to help your team get negative yards on 3rd down. You want to go forward at all times, north and south, never west, east, and west.
Back deep to pump for the Eagles, number 1.
Number 1 is back deep to punt the ball. And number 5,
Hall for the Tigers.
Jamarian Hall, back deep. It's going to be a flag. That's going to be delay of game again?
Yes, sir. Delay of game on the Hearne Eagles. Again, you're going to have to start paying attention to that play clock. Again, that is delay of game. You're going to have to start watching that on play clock on that. That's on the quarterback or the punter and the coach there. Coach or the punter should have called a good little timeout there. Ways to go ahead and wasted one of those timeouts. Nice punt by Micah Smith again. It's a little short. Takes a bunt. Number 19 deads the ball
Eagle
down
punt
at
is
the
down
42-yard
at their
line.
own 42-yard line.
It's down at the 42-yard line. Trinity Tigers coming back out on offense. Let's see what they have dialed up this time.
Yeah, man, Jamarian Hall and Traylon Goodman definitely going to have to get something going here. And it starts with that offensive line. That offensive line has to get pushed on that big defensive front from the Hearne Eagles. That offensive line could get just a little push on that defensive front. I believe they might have a few positive run plays there.
Yeah, Coach Goodman said one of the keys to the game was going to be contain Micah Smith. Looks like he's done that for pretty much the whole second half. Now let's see what they can do out on offense with number 3 in that quarterback.
Mr. Goodman takes the snap. It's a play action. He's going down to the 25, to the 30.
That's a first down for the Tigers. It was a big hit over there. Who was that over there made that hit?
Looks like number 50 again, man.
Number 12, number 13, I believe. Number 13 for the Eagles. Excuse me, Giroux.
Eagle 24-yard line.
But that was a great first down run by Goodman. Oh, my goodness. He cut around. It seems like every time he gets loose, it's around that right side.
Yeah, man, that right side better. The left side for the Hearne Eagles better definitely put their wall up over there and establish that old.
It's going to be one back. It's going to be triple strips to the left. It's going to be handed off up the middle. He's still going. He's going to get looks like about 6 yards.
That's that big junior number.
Keep her up the middle.
That's that big junior number 4, Jabari Dunn, out there in the backfield. 6 foot, 160. That's a big guy. What do you think, man?
Hey, guy, I like to call him a well of a specimen. That's because he can clog up things, man. And we can clog up things, you can make big plays. Goodman in the backfield. Again, at quarterback, you got trips to the right, one in the backfield, one out wide to the right. It's going to be a fake. He's going to go to the left side. He cuts up the middle, still on the outside, going back outside, still on the outside. He needs one more block. It's going to be
down at about the 6-yard line. Down at about the 6-yard line. That was a good run to the left right there by Goodman. Hearne is becoming a little too aggressive, and they're not playing that read zone too well. They better start putting the brakes on a little bit and reading the plays instead of just reacting.
Hey, I got a feeling that Coach Goodman told his guys after that first quarter, you have to be more disciplined. Hey, that wide receiver, how he just blocked out there to the left side for his quarterback to run that ball, that was very disciplined. He got inside the shoulder pass and pushed him outside. That's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah, you got number 3, Traylon Goodman, lined up with trips to the right again. Clap, snap. Not reading it.
It's going to be down at about the 4-yard line. Maybe call it 5. I'm going to call it 4. It's inside the 5-yard line. It's at the 4-yard line.
That's Ahmad Anderson on the carry right there.
Second down and
You know, I tell you what, these guys are doing an excellent job up front. Those big boys up front are really pushing the ball, and that's exactly what you want to see. AJ.
Goodman on the quarterback keeper up the middle for the Tiger touchdown from 3 yards.
And the Tigers punch it in right there from the 3-yard line. Goodman takes it himself and punches it into the end zone.
The score is
Touchdown,
at Hearne
Tigers.
14, Trinity Tigers 6 with the PAT to come.
And you see Trinity Tigers lined up with what we used to call the swinging gate to the left. Timeout, Tigers. Looks like they were trying to fool the Hearne Eagles right there with the swinging gate technique is what we used to call it back when I was in school. I don't know exactly what they call it now, but they ended up taking a timeout. Again, we want to thank all our viewers for watching here on the LouTech Media outlet. We will be coming to you every Friday, or at least try to get to you every Friday with a different game. Again, we're sorry for all the technical difficulties, you know, all the picture quality, picture cutouts. We are dealing with a lot up here with our first broadcast, but that is no excuse. We apologize, and it will get better over time. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hey, I tell you what, we appreciate y'all for supporting LouTech Media, the Hearne Eagles, and the Trinity Tigers today. Hey, we got some sense of normal back again. All this COVID-19 stuff going on, which is very serious. We want to ask you to remember to practice social distancing, wear face masks when you can, wash your hands, and please stay at least 6 feet apart.
Yes, and always remember, if you think you're sick, go get tested. There is no such thing as hoping you're not.
Goodman with the ball, cuts out right, touchdown, Tigers!
Goodman gets in.
Definitely going for the 2-point conversion there.
Eagles 14,
Oh, excuse me.
Tigers 8.
Hey, I went up top for a minute, sir.
Till halftime.
That was a touch. That was a good run. Excuse me, y'all. Went up top for a minute to check with the producer. Looks like that is a 2-point conversion.
On the field. Don't forget the concession stand is open outside area of the main gate. Concession stand is open outside area of the main gate. Thank you.
Getting a look at the Tiger band right now. They're doing a good job. It's wonderful tunes over there. Tigers coming out to kick the ball off. It's 8-14, 5:35 left in the second quarter. Number 51, Fidencio Ruiz, set to kick the ball off from the 40-yard line for the Tigers.
Back deep for
Moving.
Eagles, number 6, Benford, and number 11, Gunnels for the Eagles. Kicking off for the Tigers, number 10, Caldwell.
Excuse me, number 10 is kicking off. Caldwell, not number 51. That is number 51, I thought so. It's going to be a kick. It's going to go. Looks like it's going in the end zone. Number 11 has the ball. He whips around right side. He's got a seam. He's trying to go up the sideline. He cuts back. He may get, oh, he's tackled at the 42-yard line. That was a nice return.
Gunnels on the kickoff return.
Number 7 on the tackle. Return by
Play.
number 11, Damian Gunnels. Zion Minor with the tackle.
Tell you what, Zion Minor definitely saved an end zone play there. definitely save the touchdown there. If he doesn't get his hands on him, I think we're having a think we're celebrating a touchdown, but we got a holding call on the Hearne Eagles there. And again, we are sorry for the technical difficulties out there on the video broadcast. After that holding call, it's going to back the Hearne Eagles up to their own 5-yard line.
Micah Smith on the quarterback keeper, brought down by number 8. Rio for the Tigers.
We want to take the time out to let Bryan ISD know and one of their former players, as they lost one of their former players last week, Travion Thomas. He was a basketball standout at Bryan, number 5. He was a really good young man and an excellent athlete. Again, we want to send our deepest condolences out to Bryan ISD, Travion Thomas's family, and all of his friends from here at Lutech Media. He was an athlete, and he loved everything he did.
Yes, sir, he was, and we love you, T-Baby, here over at Lutech Media. Number 24 out with the carry to the left. Tackled down after about a 6-yard gain there. It's going to be about 2nd and 4 for the Hearne Eagles. McGrew is having himself a great game as well. Hasn't had one bust play yet, one of those plays I call bust. But I do see it coming if the Hearne Eagles continue to block like they are. They're definitely getting movement on that defensive front. 2nd and about 4 from the Hearne Eagles 20-yard line. Hands it off to McGrew again. McGrew to the left, and he takes it out. Gets about 9 on the carry, still up. Gets about 11 on the carry. That's a good carry for Mr. McGrew. He's having himself a good game there. 1st and 10, Hearne Eagles. That's 2 good running plays there for the Hearne Eagles, establishing the run early on this drive. Number 11 goes into the game for Mr. McGrew, which is Damian Gunnels. Got trips to the right for the Hearne Eagles. Micah Smith's taking the step, drops back. Micah Smith has to learn how to release the ball here. He's taking his looks and he's going through his progressions very well, but he's just not slinging the ball. Definitely has to let the ball go here. And again, we want to thank Ace Hardware, which is the hardware store down in Hearne, Texas. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. We got holding on 55, number 55, which is Mr. Anthony Jackson on the Hearne Eagles. Gonna back him up. Gonna back him up about 10 yards. Gonna be 1st and 20 for the Hearne Eagles. That's a big penalty right there. You never want to start a drive in the negatives. As you heard me say earlier, that's a big, big, big loss for the Hearne Eagles.
Well, let's see what they're going to do on this next play. Smith in the backfield. Double deuces out. Boss a low snap. He drops back in the pocket, rolls right. Going to pass the ball. Going to be caught by number 7. He's going to be down at the.
Right there, number 7, which is Mr. Keyshawn Langham. Slips down right there, number 7, Mr. Keyshawn Langham. I believe if he kept his foot in there, he might have gained about 4 or 5 more. But nonetheless, that was about an 11-yard catch. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line. This is pretty much a pretty close game. It's 14-8, 3:15 left on the clock in the second quarter. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Also, pay attention down here on the bottom side. You got number 4, number 8. That matchup right there is definitely key. Number 4 is beating number 8, so if Mr. Smith could look up to see him beating him, I think he might have a wide open guy there.
We got a flag. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense. That's exactly what it is. It's going to back them up 5 more yards.
And again, we got a negative play by the Hearne Eagles after a positive play, and that's what's stuffing this drive. We got negative plays, which is losing yardage, and we cannot have loss of yardage on the first down, second down plays.
Exactly right. We cannot have a loss of yardage. But let's see what they do this next play. It's second down. They're behind their own sticks.
And it's, I believe number 8 and number 4 over here. Number 8 is getting put on an island over here. Number 4, cornerback and wide receiver over here. That's a great matchup, and I believe Micah Smith ought to take a shot.
Let's see what it is.
Trips to the left.
Trips to the left. One in the background. He drops back in the pocket. He looks left. Going to throw the ball. It's going to be dropped.
And again, I believe contact there just a little early.
Number 1, Tavarius Kraft with the breakup. That was an excellent play on the defensive side of the ball. Hey, I tell you what, whenever you can read and react, read and react, hey, that's a potion for success.
Yes, sir. Especially when you're coming out on that safety position and you break on that ball. After that ball is in the air, you should be making your way towards whoever the intended receiver is. That way it's a bang-bang play. You don't get a call just like number 1 did there, Mr. Tavarius Kraft.
Mr. Tavarius Kraft actually did a pretty good job on that play. Looks like it's going to be a timeout. Hearne Eagles.
With 3:27 remaining till halftime.
Hey, it's always good to see some old school football.
Man, football was a little different back then, wasn't it, buddy? Took some hits back then, bud.
Hey, guy, football is not the same. Like you said, back then it was a little bit more, let's say,
football.
Hey, guy, that's a good one.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I'll tell you one thing. Sorry again about the technical difficulties that we're having on the video camera. Again, we will get that under control. It's a bit windy up here, so we're trying to do everything we can to stay on top of it. Got Hearne again with split receivers to the right, split receivers to the left. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left.
Smith in the backfield at quarterback. See what they're going to do.
Look at number 4 out here on the split right here. Number 4, number 8, that's the matchup I would be looking to execute if I was Micah Smith.
Micah Smith drops back. He's looking right. He's going to let it go right down the
Barney.
sideline.
What
He
did I
got one.
tell you,
Number
Barney?
4.
What did I tell you,
First
Barney?
down, Hearne Eagles.
What did I tell you? But I'm telling you, man, I've been looking at that matchup all day. Got 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the. That was number 4, Jabari Dunn. I've been watching him all night, and he's pretty much been beating that corner over here. He is a junior 6 foot, 160-pound receiver, and I'm telling you, if he keeps playing like that, he's going to get the job done for the Hearne Eagles.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that man reminds me of another Hearne great. You know who that is?
Who's that?
Played over at the University of Houston. I believe he's their all-time receptions and yards leader. I'm talking about Mr. Patrick Edwards. Played for the Detroit Lions. That catches some of the plays he used to make when back in his Hearne days.
Yeah, I mean, that catch right there is one of those. As a cornerback, you always hear me say, if you look back there, you're going to see a perfect throw and a perfect catch. You got to keep your eyes on the receiver. Number 13 right there, wiggling his way down to the 10-yard line with another catch. I told you if Micah Smith lets that ball go, but we are going to see that offense does have a few weapons out there that can catch that ball, man.
Hey, I tell you what, I have to give it all to Coach Sargent. Hey, he's dialing them up now. Looks like he's not really going with the tempo, but he's going with his bread and butter. And what is that? The dink and dunk.
You're not lying, buddy. I believe Micah Smith here. Look, right now, if you're the defensive front, you're looking for Micah Smith to run the ball up the middle. Again, notice the time, 1:25 left in the game, 18 seconds on the play clock. Number 4 over here, again, in single coverage, man on man. They run the ball up the middle, and it's going to be going down to the 4-yard line. Number number 11 there on the run, which is Mr. Damian Gunnels. And I believe if he puts his head down and punches it in right there, he's going to walk into the end.
And Gunnels is junior and 5'8", 160 pounds. He also plays linebacker for the Eagles. They're going to bring McGrew back in the backfield. When McGrew's in the backfield, I tell you what, they like to go right out. They like to run outside zone and inside zone. Let's see exactly what they're going to do. We have trips to the left side. Number 4, Dunn is out wide. I'm looking for him to maybe get the ball. Maybe with a quick slant.
4-step fade.
Or a 4-step fade. No, it's going to be, I knew it was going to be outside zone is what they ran. McGrew, he's going to get down to about the 4-yard line.
He's brought down by number 55, Mr. Sizemore, over on the defense, who's having a great game over there. Again, if I am going to say that somebody is causing a lot of pressure, it's number 55 for the Tigers. He's been back there in the backfield on a couple of plays. Right now, I want to take the time to say it's trips out to the right, and we got a single receiver to the left, steps back, takes it up, draws up, and he throws it out to number 13, who catches the tiptoe catch.
Touchdown, Eagles! That would be number 13, Jeremiah Giroux, sophomore, 5'8", 155 pounds, also plays DB. Hey, the Hearne Eagles are really turning on now. It's 20-8, 8 seconds left in the second quarter, 8 seconds to halftime. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going for 2, they're going to kick the ball. Oh no, Leon's out there, they're going for the extra point.
And that was a great example of body control right there by number 13, Mr. Giroux. Kept his 2 feet in bounds, and that's an NFL play right there. In college, you don't even need 2 feet. But great job by Mr. Giroux there, keeping 2 feet in bounds, getting the catch in, and getting the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that's what you're doing.
Blocked.
It's blocked by number. Can't tell who it is. What is it going to do?
On Micah Smith, chasing him down. Look at Micah. Makes a cutback. Good job, Micah Smith there, runs him down. Hey, that kind of reminds me of that song, Walk 'Em Down, right there, buddy. Micah Smith catches that punt, sits it down, and the kick was just a little late, got blocked, and Micah Smith jumps up, and he chases this guy all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's what I like to call great hustle.
Hey, I have to tell you, after playing quarterback, then playing defense at safety, then chasing the man all the way downfield after a block kick.
That's what you call heart.
Hey, man, that's what you call heart, definitely.
Hustle, man. Hustle plays are making and breaking in football, and I tell you what, Micah Smith is doing everything here. He's everywhere like air right now. Great job, Mr. Micah Smith. Way to chase him down there, buddy. Great heart. Can't coach heart, coach. Flag on the field, though, as that on that block kick, we got a flag on the field. We're going to see what that flag is, and we're going to see how they're going to access this on the play. Let's talk a little more about Micah Smith, man. That guy right there, man, that was some wheels right there.
Hey, he is a 4-year starter, and I tell you what, I am hearing some word that he's being recruited by a few schools. Yeah. This guy's a dual threat quarterback. I like to see him throw the ball a little bit more consistently and get it downfield like he threw the Dunn on the sideline. That was a pretty good play. If he can do that consistent, I really do think that he has a chance to go play at the next level. And this guy's a big-time player. And
definitely right now, the defense right now for the Trinity Tigers is definitely going to have to give some help over the top. If that means taking out a linebacker and adding an extra safety, that might be what they have to do here, because I believe that Mr. Goodman is really trying to man up on Hearne Eagles, but I believe those receivers are just a bit too fast for the defensive backs there.
Hey, it happens sometimes, but I tell you what, as long as they keep doing what they're doing and going hard, they're going to make it. But I tell you what, it's 20-8, 8 seconds left. In the second quarter, Hearne Eagles on top of the Trinity Tigers. Leon is set to kick the ball. See what type of kick he's going to do. He's out left. He's about 4 yards back.
I'd say a little squib here going into half would do it.
Maybe a little squib, but you have to remember, they have pretty good returners for the Trinity Tigers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, number 5 has some wheels on him back there. So if I could do anything, keep the ball out of number 5's hands, take this one all in a half, up, 12 points, I'd do that.
Well, we'll see exactly what they do. The ball falls off the tee. I tell you, it's a little windy out here tonight. It's just a little windy. It's calling a little bit of interference for us, but I tell you what, we're going to get everything figured out and for a good quality production today. Leon with the ball. He kicks it off. It's an onside kick. Recovered. No! It's recovered by Hearne. Hearne has the ball with 5 seconds left.
Now that's what I like to call a pretty gutsy call by the Hearne Eagles. Well, I guess they're trying to capitalize here before the half goes.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I call that chess, not checkers. I don't know if the coach was looking for that. Maybe he was looking for a squib kick or something like that, but they went to the onside. Did you know it was perfectly executed? The ball has to go 10 yards. Hearne's players waited very patiently, and at the last minute, they attacked that ball.
Yeah, and I believe right there what happened there is the receiving team didn't get their hands on it. And right there, instead of just falling on the ball, he tried to put his hands on the ball. Right then, you want to put your whole body on top of the ball. You don't want to reach out with your hands. You just want to kind of fall on the ball is what my coach used to like to say.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it is definitely a learning experience for that guy. He probably won't make that mistake again, but the Hearne Eagles have the ball right now at the 49-yard line.
Got to be careful on onside kicks, though, man. Those can be dangerous plays as a returner, too. I once seen a guy by the name of Craig Bratson from the Bryan Vikings return an onside kick, and I tell you what, man, that was a special play to watch.
Hey, if you don't know who Craig Bratson is, he was an outfielder for the Texas A&M Aggies, like from 2011 to about 2014. This guy was a track star. He was a good football player, and he did take an onside kick back to the house.
Yeah, you got to be careful on those onside kicks. But that play is behind us. We got trips to the right.
So Hearne did not get the ball. The ball actually is with Trinity. It's a snap. He goes right side. He's going to let it go. It's a deep one down the sideline. Intercepted by Micah Smith.
He's going.
He's going to get tackled. Oh, my goodness. Micah Smith, a.k.a. Mr. Do-It-All.
Yeah, you know, man, I'm telling you what, that guy is everywhere like air. This guy can run, he can throw, and he can catch, man.
That's right. It's 28 halftime here at Wood Stadium in Hearne, Texas, as the Hearne Eagles are on top of the visiting Trinity Tigers 20-8.
I'm Jerry Tennell.
And I'm Darian Kelly.
And we'll see you after half.
That's right. We have the Trinity dancers, and I believe the marching band are going to be performing right here at halftime.
On the field, please welcome the Trinity High School Tigerettes.
These are the Tigerettes.
Junior co-captain Kaylin Fisher.
Kaylin Fisher.
Junior co-captain Alyssa Hill.
Melissa Hill.
Sophomore social officer Caitlin Smith.
Caitlin Smith.
Sophomore Liliana Uresti.
Liliana Uresti, excuse me.
Heavenly Craig.
Heavenly Craig.
Freshman Brianna Prater.
And freshman Brianna Prater.
The Tigerette of the week is Kaylin Fisher.
Shout out to the Tigerette of the week, Kaylin Fisher.
The Tigerettes will be performing a jazz dance to Mr. Put It Down.
They're performing a jazz dance to Mr. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Again, if you could let us know where you're viewing from, we'd appreciate it. We just want to see who we're reaching. Looks like next up we have the Trinity Tiger Marching Band. And I've heard they're supposed to be pretty good. I remind you all to practice social distancing, wash your hands, and wear a mask when possible. Glad to see all the kids back in school and enjoying enjoying themselves, whether it's in person or virtually. We want to thank all the teachers, the administrators, principals, superintendents, coaches, and family members. We appreciate all y'all for all you do for the students, and you are loved so much. Got about 19 minutes left until the second half, so if you guys want to go and take a break and come back, we will be live in 19 minutes with more action. The second half of the Hearne Eagles versus the Trinity Tigers, live on Lutech Media TV. Again, that's the Trinity Tiger Marching Band. AJ, hold it tight.
Again, that's the Trinity Tiger Marching Band.
Hold it straight on. Don't bend it. Don't no bending. Straight on. Good. Good. A few technical difficulties up there. Want to take the time to thank TJ Young. Want to also thank Artist Washington for the job they're doing directing and producing this production.
Want to take the time to thank TJ Young. Want to also thank Artist Washington for the job they're doing directing and producing this production.
13 minutes left before half is back. Hearne Eagles on top of the Trinity Tigers 20-8. Again, we want to thank one of our sponsors, Ace Hardware Store in Hearne, Texas. You have to go see them for all of your hardware needs. Mr. Keith is an outstanding gentleman. He's very humble. He's a very nice individual. You want to go shop with them for all of your hardware needs. That's right, Ace Hardware, right when you need it, always on time in Hearne, Texas, downtown. Again, while we're at half, we want to thank CarQuest, downtown Hearne, Texas as well. CarQuest for all your auto parts needs. If you have a journey and you want to take a quest, why not go downtown Hearne to CarQuest? That's right, they will get you right and get you what you need no matter what time of the day it is. Although they do have closing hours, they're the ones to go to. When you need it right, always tight, go to CarQuest, downtown Hearne, Texas. We want to thank Touched by Touche Body Contouring. If you want to get shaped just right, call 979-820-7101. That's right, 979-820-7001. Excuse me. Hey, if you're hungry and you're in Hearne, Texas, no matter what time of the day it is, as long as it's not past about 8 o'clock, you can go to Becky's Taqueria. That's right, you can call or order 979-279-5131. Hey, their tacos and their food, their authentic Mexican food is the real deal. And I'm serious, it is a place to go to anytime you want that food. You got to go to Becky's Taqueria in Hearne, Texas. That's right, 979-279-5131. And I tell you what, if you've got some type of discomfort in your back, there's only one person you want to call. That's right, only one person. And that's going to be Mark Catalina. Because Mark Catalina is going to definitely get you right. Hey, Jay. listen, man. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hearne Chiropractic, Dr. Mark Catalina, Hearne, Texas, 979-279-3862. And that is for all of your back discomfort. If you need anything to have to do with your back, if there's discomfort, whether you've been in a car wreck, whether it's just, if it's tender, if you feel like you have a strain, pull back, you have to go see Dr. Mark Catalina in Hearne, Texas at 979-279-3862. And I tell you what, like I said, I had a chance to talk to him the other day. And this guy is humble. He's a very nice person. I can really tell that he cares about his patients. He takes time on them, and he's one of the people you can be trusted. He's a staple in the Hearne community, and he's a former Hearne Eagle, and he supports his Hearne Eagles. That's right, Dr. Mark Catalina, right here in Hearne. We're at about 8 minutes and 54 seconds left before we start the second half of football. That's right, the Hearne Eagles still on top 20-8 against the visiting Trinity Tigers. I tell you what, in this next half, I feel like Trinity is going to come out firing on all cylinders. And I mean, the pass really didn't work for them that much, but there were opportunities for them to make some big plays. They just didn't make them. Like at the end of the half, that interception by Micah Smith. The quarterback maybe would have threw the ball just a little earlier. I believe that receiver could have caught it down there on the sideline. It could have potentially went into the end zone. And on defense, they're actually doing a good job. And again, on offense, if Goodman can continue his consistency running the ball and those wide receivers can keep blocking for him, I believe that they can turn it into something this next half. But it's only going to happen if they continue to be disciplined like they were in the second quarter. And they have to keep doing that. And they have to limit the small mistakes that they're making, and they could be victorious on the other side. Hearne had it going on offense and defense with a few miscues. If Hearne can stay consistent, mainly running the ball with that inside zone with McGrew or passing the ball over top to Dunn, I believe Hearne can also do a good job. And that's right, the Hearne Eagles are something dangerous right now. They're ranked number 19 in the state of Texas right now. That's right, the Hearne Eagles are ranked number 19, and this is the first game of the season for both teams. I tell you what, this second half is going to be special because both of them are going to have to come out firing on cylinder. It's only 28 game. That's still a close game. What do you say, Jerry?
Well, I'll tell you what, Trinity Tigers is not like they're not having a positive game. They just have to capitalize on their mistakes. They're having a great game, and they're having they had a great half. They just didn't capitalize on the mistakes that Hearne made.
What do you think the keys are going to be in the second half for both teams?
Well, the key to the Hearne Eagles offense is going to be letting the ball loose. They've established a run. They've established that they are going to run and try to hit you right in the mouth. I think right now if they catch them sleeping, lull them to sleep a couple of times with the play action pass, they will hit big. Keys for Trinity on defense, contain Mr. Micah Smith. Don't let him get outside the pocket. Don't let him have too much time back there in the backfield to dictate their offense. And also make sure that he's letting go of the ball within 3 to 5 seconds. They should come out on top. As far as the defensive battle goes, on offense, they are going to have to establish the run. They haven't had a lot of positive plays running the football, and I believe if they can move that defensive front for the Hearne Eagles just a little bit for a couple of plays in a row, they might get a couple of first downs, might get a couple of points on the board, and make this a closer game.
Hey, like I said, man, it's still a close game. It's not over with. The Tigers are looking for their first victory since the 2018 season.
I tell you what, man, that's a long time to look for a win. But I love that the Tigers aren't giving up, and they're playing every game. If they're going to play every game like this one, they're going to play with a lot of fire. They're going to play with a lot of fight, and that is what's going to win them games.
See, the thing about last season is in some of the ball games, they were actually still in the game.
Yes, sir, I do understand it. I do agree with that. Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. the Trinity Tigers have had a lot of positive plays on offense. It's not like that they aren't having any positive plays. It's just after a couple of positive plays, it only takes one negative play to really demoralize an offense and to really take the drive out of an offense. One negative play is all it takes. And you have to string together right now. If you're the Trinity Tigers, you have to come out first drive of the half, string together a couple of positive plays, even if it's for 3 points. Make sure all your plays are positive. Nothing negative here, especially on that first drive. That first drive for the Trinity Tigers is really going to set the tone.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Hearne ISD, the way they have the stadiums and the stands set up today. They are definitely socially distancing, and mostly everyone has on a mask. So I like that they enforced that. I also like that today there were pre-sale tickets, so you couldn't be in contact with anybody. There was no face-to-face ticket purchasing. It was over the internet. So I tell you what, that was a good deal. So Hearne is definitely doing their part in stopping the spread of COVID-19.
Yes, sir. And down in old Aggie Land, we like to say beat the hell out of coronavirus.
That's right. BTHO, coronavirus. Hey, it's 4 minutes left until the second half. Make that 3:58. That's right, 20-8. Go. And the next time you'll hear our voice, we'll be back for second half action for the Hearne Eagles and the Trinity Tigers. Well, there's about 52 seconds left on the clock. And it's almost time for second half of the Hearne Trinity game live on Lutech Media TV. Again, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, subscribe now because there will be more games coming up in Robertson County and the Brazos Valley in Texas, period, on Lutech Media TV. This is our first broadcast of the season. We're sorry for some of the technical difficulties. If you could please forgive us. because we will be better next time. That's right. It's a little windy up here. There is some signal interference here at the stadium, but we're making the best of what we can. We're about 10 seconds. We'll be back for Lutech Media TV, Hearne ISD, Trinity ISD, and Texas football. And that was the buzzer right there that just went off. The coaches are back out. And let's see what's going to go on, because we are definitely ready for Lutech Media football and Texas football. Again, we want to give a shout out to Trinity ISD and Hearne ISD. Tell you what, Coach Goodman and Coach Sargent make a pretty good battle for tonight's game. They both prepared their kids because both of their kids are really fighting back hard. And here comes the Trinity Tigers right now, coming out. I tell you what, Trinity traveled decent as well. That's what you want to see. Some folks that really want to see some football. For all you folks at home, I hope y'all are staying healthy and blessed. I'm just excited to see how this second half is going to play out, because I tell you what, this looks to be a pretty good one.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 11, Gunnels, and number 6, Benford for the Eagles.
Bro, what?
Kicking off for the Tigers, number 50, Hall.
Number 50 Hall is the kicking the ball off for the Tigers. It's going to be caught by the Hearne Eagles, number 11. He comes around the left side. He breaks the tackle. If he can get another few blocks, he may go up the middle. He does on the sideline. He's all the way. He may go all the way. He steps out of bounds. Oh, they said he stepped out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. He steps out of bounds at about the 42-yard line of the Tigers.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Tigers. Flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, that is what you want to see on a kickoff return. That special teams coach, he is so happy right now. But it looks like there is a penalty. Usually when it's a penalty on a return, it's blocking the back. But we'll look to see after the referees get together. But I tell you what, that was one heck of a run. He did a good job. And that was number 11, Damian Gunnels. Hey, we've been calling this guy name a few times tonight. A 5'8", 160-pound junior wide receiver and linebacker. Oh, it's going to be a flag. It's going to be a flag on Hearne. Excuse me.
Legal procedure.
It's going to be a legal procedure on Hearne. Hey, but like I said, on that kickoff return, Gunnels got the ball, did what he was supposed to do, cut up middle, followed his first blocker, went to the left, broke a tackle, then cut up the sideline where he had numbers and blockers, and he just stepped out of bounds. But the illegal procedure is going to bring this back. But I tell you what, that guy has to have some type of courage and motivation. After that one, I tell you what, and now they're going to put number 4 back there. Let's see what Jabari done. That's the guy who caught the pass on the sideline earlier from Micah Smith. Let's see what he's going to do. He's back there deep with number 6, Benford. He's a freshman, 5'8", 155 pounds.
The key thing too a kickoff return, and people usually think that it's something that's designed to happen. The key on kickoff return is to make sure everyone does their job. As long as everyone does their one job, it should pop. That's usually what the key is to the kickoff return.
The Eagles, number 11, Gunnar, and number 6, Benford. Kick it off for the Tigers, number 51.
You got Jabari Dunn and Mr. Benford back there. Let's see if they can get lucky like number 11 did a while ago, Mr. Gunnels.
I'm looking at Dunn maybe to get this ball. We've seen him make a few dangerous plays already. Let's see where he's going to put the ball at the kicker. He kicks it, and it looks like it's going to go right to the number. It's out of bounds. It's going to be a legal kick out of bounds. That's right. Hearne going to start in pretty good territory.
And if I were Hearne here, I would go ahead and elect for them to kick it off one more time and see if I can't try to get it in that way again.
Hey, guy, I tell you what, and that's going to play on the kicker's mind 3 times in a row. Hey, guy.
Especially after you had a good kick and the guy's already proven that if you kick it to him, he's going to be a dangerous weapon. So right now, as the kickoff team, you got to wonder what you're going to choose to do here.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to wonder because we won't know that.
First down and 10 Eagles.
Because it's going to be first down and 10 for the Hearne Eagles.
5-yard penalty on that play, which brings them out to the 30-yard line instead of being at the old 25 for a regular touchback.
We would also like to thank all the sponsors for the YouTube broadcast of the game tonight. Thank you for supporting the kids of our community.
And you got Hearne with 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Tight end in the backfield. Snap. Direct snap. Number 1. Drops back. Lets it go. And it's a catch over there by number 4 again. Number 4, Jabari Dunn, catching the pass from Mr. Micah Smith.
Pass complete to number 4, Dunn.
Looks like about a 4-yard grab there. There's a flag on the play, usually right there around the area of holding.
That's one of those plays on the defensive player, defensive back, when he came up to make the tackle. When the coach tells you to put your eyes right in the numbers and hold on to him like, dear Lord, that's what you need to do. Looks like he kind of just lunged at him, and that's why the receiver stayed up on his feet.
Yes, sir. And the most important thing about a defensive back is if you can't wrap him up around the waist, grab his legs and hold on until some help arrives. Right there, you see a guy lunging, and what ends up happening is you miss the whole tackle.
I tell you what, if I was the Hearne Eagles, maybe I'd do a draw play, and I'd run it right directly behind number 73, Montarius Smith.
You're not kidding, but that's a big walk of life right there, man. Get them the ball right there behind him and let him tuck off his tail and take it on to the house. But, again, Hearne Eagles come out starting in the negative way. 5-yard loss for a legal man downfield.
There trips out to the left side, single receiver to the right. It's a pass to the single receiver side. He's going to be dropped. Well, he may have gotten 1 yard. Well, 2 yards at best.
Complete to number 4, Dunn.
And again, you see Jabari Dunn in on the catch. Now you see Micah Smith very favoring to that side of the field. The pass that he slung earlier was on the right sideline, and he seems like he's only throwing right. Right now would be a perfect time to come in with a surprise left pass over here on a wheel route or maybe a 5-yard slant. 7-yard stop here on the left side of the field since you're lulling them to sleep over there on the right side. And also, do not forget, Micah has some wheels back there. Be careful and watch out for Micah to do his quarterback draw here.
Slow snap again. Micah's, he tucks the ball. He's back. He drives to the right side. He's going to let it go. He just throws that ball away, I believe, because it was incomplete.
Yes, sir. And if he could have got his eyes back over here to the left, you had McGrew running up the sideline way over here by himself, and he had he had the guy beat again. Trinity is sticking to this man defense with the zone over the top.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If I know Coach Sargent, after all his stops, he is going to come back to that play later on.
Yeah, and I believe when he comes back to it, someone's going to tell him, hey, you had your running back over here to the left wide open by himself.
I believe his offensive coordinator or his coaches up here in the box have already told him that.
Only a good offensive coordinator is going to notice something like that. Most offensive coordinators keep their eyes on the ball instead of the plays.
Smith in the backfield, McGrew to the left. He's going to drop back. Number 665 is coming up toward. He's going to go back left side. He's going to keep it. He's looking downfield. He's going to cut up the sideline. Left side, a good block by number 52. And that is going to be it's going to be right at the first down yard line. Will he get it? I do not know.
Again, we have a classic case of holding on to the ball. You had number 7 running over the top, Mr. Keyshawn Langham, running over the top. He's beat his guy on the right side and cut over the top when he seen the quarterback scramble. All Micah Smith had to do was let the ball go, and I believe that would have been a big play.
Hey, but I tell you what, we can't go on mites because you just can't. But it's a first down for the Hearne Eagles right now at the 40-yard line. Smith in the backfield at quarterback. To the left, to the right side is McGrew. He's going to hand it off to him to the left side, to outside zone. Cuts back inside. Cuts back to the left side again. He's going to keep going. It's going to be another Hearne Eagle first down at about the 37-yard line.
And the thing I like most about McGrew is he goes downfield first, and then he looks for a hole. That's what you want on your running back. You want your running back to hit that hole hard, and then after he hits that hole, look for some openings up in the second half of the field.
Hey, I'll tell you what, back in my playing days at Arkansas Baptist College, we ran an outside zone. Coach called it a jump cut. When you cut back inside, you stick your feet and go back inside, and that's exactly what McGrew did.
All right, up there at the top of up the top on the right side, you have speed. Number 11, Damian Gunnels, man. That guy there is a different level of speed right there. As soon as he touches the ball, it's like lightning. He hits the hole, and he puts his head down, and he takes off, man.
Hey, I tell you what, these guys are making it really competitive for the Lute Tech Media Player of the Game, excuse me. They're making it real competitive right now for Lute Tech Media Player of the Game. Hey, I don't know if it's going to go to Gunnels, McGrew,
Micah
Smith.
All of them having pretty good games right now.
Dunn, anybody can get this wide open right now.
And also, I want you guys to pay close attention, number 55 for the Trinity Tigers.
That's number 11 with the ball again. This guy is electrified. Damian Gunnels, the junior, 5'8", 165 pounds. Oh, my goodness. Hearne Eagles are sticking with what they know. Look at they're trying to run tempo. Number 19 comes back in the game, as well as McGrew.
Also, and one thing to notice about the tempo play, when you sub in on offense, you have to give the defense a chance to sub in too. Unfortunately, Liberty is not using that to their advantage right now. They're just leaving all their guys on the field, and they are getting a bit winded. Keep your eye on number 55 in the middle of the field, Marshall Sizemore.
It looks like they're going to run deuces. That's right, double deuces. McGrew to the right side flank. We got Micah Smith at quarterback. He's going to snap. He claps the ball. It's going to be a handoff. Left side to McGrew. Outside zone again. They're going to get down to about the 5-yard line. That outside zone is really working tonight. I'll tell you what.
He's running that outside zone right there off of 57 and 73. Number 57 being Number 58, being Big Lance Ham, and number 73 being Big Monterius Smith, running right there behind those guys and just opening up some seams right there.
Hey, God, these guys are really rolling now. The Hearne Eagles up 28 with 8:54 left in the third quarter. They're in the red zone right now. Let's see what they're going to do. It's first down and goal on the 5-yard line. They check back to the sideline.
Watch this left guard, left tackle combo right here between Monterius Smith and Kraft Mitchell.
What is he going to do? He goes to the left. He's looking left. Oh, he fumbled the ball. He dropped the ball. I believe that the Hearne Eagles get it back. We do not know. We will see right after this break. Looks like both of them have the ball. How the referee's going to call it?
We're going to see. Looks like the referees are.
This could really be a turning point for the Tigers if they can get the ball right here. We are looking right now for the referees to signal who got the ball.
Tigers is going to be
Hearne ball. Hearne got it back.
Only reason Hearne got it back is another classic case of when you see the ball on the ground, don't try to pick it up and scoop and score. If you can't scoop, just fall on the ball. That should have been Tigers football, but unfortunately he tried to scoop and score, and it didn't work out.
Hey, but that was a mistake by Micah Smith holding the ball up in the air like that. That's not what you need to do. You need to keep that ball tucked. If you're going to go downfield and you're running and you're not going to pass the ball, keep the ball tucked.
And again, he's holding the ball entirely too long. Let it go, Micah. You got two doubles receivers. Takes the snap, he just drops back. He's beat again every single time.
Touchdown, Hearne, and that is done once again. He's open for the touchdown, and the Hearne Eagles go up 26-8 with 7:52 left. in the third quarter of this ball game. Hearne Eagles versus the Trinity Tigers.
And I'll tell you right now, the Tigers better learn how to get into a zone defense. That man-to-man defense is not going to be able to cut it when you have receivers this fast on the offense from the Hearne Eagles. And the Jabari Dunn is literally taking it, going man-on-man and playing big boy ball. He's beating his cornerback off of the step. As soon as the ball is snapped, he's getting off the ball and he's trying to go and get open, and he's doing just that. Micah Smith is seeing him dialing it up and throwing it up in there, and he's trusting his receiver to come down with the ball. And that's exactly what's happening. Here's the snap. Leon with the kick, and it's good.
He has made every single extra point. This guy has a little leg on him. I'll tell you what, he has about 30 yards after the ball goes through the uprights. This guy could be kicking on Saturdays as well. That's right, it's 27-8 right now in the third quarter. Hearne on top of Trinity Tigers in your Texas high school football action live on Lutech Media TV.
And again, we want to thank all of you viewers. Looks like we got about 100 viewers watching right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Jerry Tonello here with Lutech Media, and I thank you guys for tuning in between this good matchup between the Trinity Tigers and the Hearne Eagles. Trinity Tigers head coach Patrick Goodman and the Hearne Eagles head coach Ricky Sargent. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors from over at Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Also, our sponsors over at CarQuest and Touched by Touche. And don't forget, if you get hungry, stop at Becky's Taqueria. Get you something to eat. Call to order for us. The number is 979-279-5131. And the number for Touched by Touche Body Contouring is 979-820-7101. And we have setting up for the kickoff number 22, Mr. Leon. Back to receive the kickoff number 5, the electric Jamarian Hall. And don't forget about Hearne Chiropractic for your back, 979-279-3682. Thank you for sponsoring us over at Lutech. Kick is off. Number 5 is back to receive it. Good, clean receive. Looking for a lane. Cuts back and gets clicked. Keeps on going. Got about 10 yards there, 15 yards there to the 40-yard line for Mr. Hall.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers need to get it turned on. They need some positive yards. If it's a 10-yard play, a 20-yard play, hey, even a 5-yard play, they just need positive yards right now to get some type of momentum.
You see an injury down. You don't want to see this for the Tigers. You got Jamarian Hall down right now, and I'm praying that he's okay. You don't want to see a guy going down, especially a guy as essential as this guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy you cannot lose because Jamarian Hall is one of the stars and the players to watch for the night's broadcast. I talked to his coach. The coach said he believes he's so electric, and he says that he's a good listener, and he's always team friendly. That's right. He puts his team first before himself, and that's what you want out of a player.
Yeah, you do. We had a couple of players like that on our offense and our defense when I played, and there's something about those kind of guys that really motivate your offense and your defense.
Hey, that's what you need, man. Looks like he's going to be all right. He walks off the field by himself. He's going to be tended to by the training staff over there on the Trinity sideline. It's going to be Caldwell in the gun.
With number 3, Mr. Traylon Goodman.
They're going to have
to the left, one receiver to the right, tight end to the left.
They have an H-back to the left. He's going to pitch the ball right there to the left. It's Goodman around the outside, around the left sideline. He cuts it back up. He's on the sideline. Only 1 minute to beat. It's a flag.
Flags flying everywhere in the backfield. Flags flying in the backfield and over towards the safeties. This is usually going to be a holding call. And you got one down on the sideline over there. It looks like Mr. Jamarian Hall is over there getting stretched out by the trainers. But on the field, we got 2 flags down, one back by the safeties, one on the line judge.
And if it's against the Tigers, this is something they do not need.
I was just talking about this coming out of halftime. I said the Tigers want to come out, and on first and second down, they have to have positive plays. This is a negative play, and it's going to stunt this drive. That was a great run. You got a guy that ran about a 30-yard play, and it's all for nothing over a holding call. You got to get that under control, and you got to come out and make positive first down, second-yard plays.
It seems like every time Goodman gets the ball in his hand, it's going to be first down and 5. Wait a minute. I don't know what just happened there, but they said it's first down and 5. Alrighty then. Caldwell, the quarterback.
Number 3, Traylon Goodman.
Traylon Goodman, no, that's not. That's number 8. With the reception, he's going to be tackled by a host of Eagles,
Caldwell's pass
and that's
complete.
Mr. Marquavian Jamarillo.
Yes, sir. Mr. Marquavian Jaramillo has been in on a couple of plays, playing H-back, playing receiver, playing running back. He's one of those do-it-all kind of guys.
Hey, that's exactly what you want out of a player, somebody who can do it all. Hey, I tell you what, they need to get some positive plays on the board. It's 7:13 left. They still have time, but you got to think about old Mo. You know who old Mo is?
Who's that?
Old momentum. That's right. If the Hearne Eagles keep going like they've been going for the start of this third quarter, I don't know if Trinity can get back into the game. But I believe that Coach Goodman on the sideline has some up his sleeve, and I guess like we're going to see here on this next play what they're going to do.
And you know something? The only thing that beats that guy, old Mo, is this old player I like to call discipline. Discipline is the only thing that's going to beat momentum, because the one thing about momentum is it changes. Discipline cannot. If you are disciplined enough to keep putting your head down, keep playing your game, keep doing your job, then momentum will change. Momentum is something that always will change in football. It's a big key to football, but your discipline is something that shouldn't change. And if you keep that discipline up, your momentum will change.
There was a flag on that last play that backs them all the way up to the 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness. That was about a 30-yard play to start the drive off. Now it's all the way back. Seems like about over 30 yards as well. We don't know what's going on, but Caldwell is the quarterback. In the backfield is number 30. That's Ahmad Anderson, a tailback. He also plays linebacker. He's a junior. Caldwell with the ball. He has 2 to the left side, H back to the right, 1 out wide to the right. They both look at Coach Caldwell, check to the left. They check. The ball is snapped. It's high. He's going to pitch it out to the right. He breaks the tackle. Number 30 breaks. He's up the sideline. What is he going to do? He is pushed out of bounds by number 60. That's Justin Kemper.
Number 52 comes in and lays a licking on him just for the extra measure. That's Stephen Kraft Mitchell Jr., 6 foot, 255-pound lick right there, bro.
Hey, it seems like we've called his name a few times today. What do you say, Jerry?
Hey, man, don't be shocked if a defensive player actually gets player of the game today, man.
Hey, I think it's possible because the Hearne defense and also, honestly, the Trinity defense has made some good plays today.
And I believe the Trinity defense is playing a great game. They just can't get their offense rolling, but they're looking to change it right here on second down at about 9.
Well, Caldwell's in the back.
Second down at about 5.
Caldwell's in the backfield along with number 30, Anderson. It's a ball 2 to the left. It's going to be a quick pass to Jamarillo. Jamarillo catches the ball, number 8. He's going to get up about 2 yards shy of the first down.
What they were trying to do there was use their receivers as blockers. They threw a little quick wheel route to number Jackson over there and they threw a quick wheel route to number 2, Julian Claiborne, trying to get him to bounce up the middle, and that just didn't work. Got about 3 yards there. Need 2 more, get a first down.
Hey, again, I want to apologize for the camera shaking a little bit. It's really windy up top. I tell you what, it's really windy out here in Hearne, but this looks to be a good ball game still. Play clock is ticking down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Timeout. It's going to be a timeout. I believe are the Tigers calling a time, or is it Hearne? Hearne called a timeout with the play clock going down to 3. Don't know why they did that, but they called a timeout.
That's right there. It was a little questionable. Kind of saved the D. That I think that the offense there was going to get a penalty there if they would have just waited on that one. But I believe Hearne seen something that they didn't like in the backfield, and they didn't want to get busted for a big play, which is why the timeout came. And I also believe they didn't look up at the play clock and see that it was ticking down that play.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm just calling the game. I'm not the coach. I can't question Coach Sargent. He won a state championship back in 1992 with Waxahachie. He also went to the state championship game in, I believe it was 2011 with Hempstead.
Yes, sir, and that's why we're the commentators and they're the coaches. 2 different C's.
I tell you what, I want to give a shout out also to the Hearne basketball team. Last year, they went to the state game. That's right. I believe they lost in the semifinals of the state game last year in Austin, Texas. These guys are really hard-working people in Hearne. The Hearne town folk are hard-working people. Every time I come here, it's just a beautiful feeling.
Hey, and don't be surprised if during basketball season you actually hear some of the names that you're hearing right here on this football field.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised at all because some of the starters out there are actually stars on the basketball court.
And that's crazy when you have a two-way athlete like that gets to college to have to pick a sport.
Hey, I'll tell you what, but it's Caldwell at quarterback. To the left, I believe that is Anderson.
Looking for a jump, looking for a jump, looking for a jump. Great discipline.
It's a handoff to number. That's number 4 with the handoff.
With the first down.
Kadarius Goodall. First down, Kadarius Goodall. That's first down for the Tigers.
And that'll be Darius Goodall right there with a first down. Got his head down, put his nose down, and just went for the first down. And that's what you're supposed to do. And this is what I'm talking about, positive plays right here. Positive plays is what's going to win the game. And I know it looks like a big deficit, but if you tick away about it piece by piece, I promise you'll be in the game before you know it. You got number 10 back there in the backfield again, Mr. Cole Caldwell, and you got Mr. Anderson back there with him. Let's see what happens now. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Got H back to the right. Goes in motion. Number 4 takes the handoff, runs it to his own player, and he's stuffed in the backfield for it looks like about a 7-yard loss.
Goodman in the backfield by number 52, Mitchell.
Got 52 in on the tackle, and he's slow to get up there. And number 62 in on the tackle as well, which is Mr. Samuel Hornsberry. Taking his time getting off the field here. Got to be careful. And the Tigers take about a 9-yard loss there. 5-yard loss there, excuse me. Caldwell back in the backfield with number 3, which is Mr. Traylon Goodman. Low snap, pitches it to Goodman. Gets around the edge, and he's swallowed up by big number 73, Montarius Smith. Big guy does move around. Boy, I tell you, that guy there is having himself a great game. I want to say he has about 6 or 7 tackles already. He's having himself a great game. Swallowed him up in the backfield, and he's just beating that guy in front of him. That's all he has to do right here, and he's doing a great job of just doing that. And that's what you have to do on the defensive front. Beat the guy in front of you and get penetration. All right, you got Caldwell in the backfield. Number 3 in the backfield, Traylon Goodman. Takes the snap, scrambles to the left, throws the ball up. Caught for about a 5-yard gain. Got 4th and about 15.
Pass complete to number 2, Claiborne. Brings up 4th down and 16 for the Tigers.
You're playing your heart out there, buddy.
Back to punt for the Tigers and Tage Conwell. That's what we see the punt for the Eagles. Number 4. That's
Another shame. AJ! Put it in! Which means once it's touched by the receiving team, the defense can recover, which means it is going to be Tigers football.
The punt is touched by the Eagles, recovered by the Tigers.
That was a great heads up.
Goes down to 10 Tigers and Eagles.
Hearne Eagles have to learn Peter. Usually when people are yelling Peter, means everybody needs to run to the sideline because the ball is in the air and it's at risk of being touched by an offensive player. And so right there, the returning team touched the ball, the Tigers recovered the ball, which means it's Tigers football. Which means that was a positive play right there, to be honest. I mean, it was supposed to be a punt, great punt,
In a little bit, I'm going to slide it till I'm showing the fans right there. You just after about 5 seconds, you got slide, show that slide on the right there.
Let's right back up in the middle.
Right now, number 23, Gabriel Carter for the Eagles. Also assisted by number 60, the Eagles. Brings up second down and 8 for the Tigers. No flag, timeout on play by Trinity. With 1:45 remaining in the third quarter. We just score Hearne Eagles 47, Trinity Tigers 8.
No, sir.
All right, we're going to go ahead and show our
Once again, I'd like to thank all the sponsors tonight for the sponsorship of the YouTube feed for all our fans in the community. Appreciate the support of your sponsors. Thank you.
And don't forget to stop by Hearne Chiropractic for any back problems that you're having or any spinal problems that you're having. That's Dr. Mark Catalina over in Hearne, Texas, 979-368. It's like Taylor Goodman's playing quarterback still. Can he go? We're going to see. Takes the draw up the middle. Gets a hit. Keeps on ticking.
Woo! That boy fought for those yardages there. That a way to run the ball, Traylon. Traylon's not scared of anything. He takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Brought down by number 8.
Guy, but a big package.
23 Carter. Brings up first down 10 for the Tigers.
23, that the guy's there. He's having a great game as
And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties we're having. It is a bit windy up here. In by hand, and so we're trying to get everything to the right, kicks back to the right, go back to the right. Taylor takes another hand off.
Living on the carry, brought down by number 9, Seymour for the Eagles.
Now, at this point in time,
Brings up second down and 6 for the Tigers.
and every time Taylor was in the backfield by himself with another running back, that's going to be a run play. I haven't seen him on the ball here in the second half. You get the front every time you see the backfield, you have to be really aggressive at plugging up those holes. Getting any running a little bit too excited.
Outside, knocked off against the Eagles.
The new coming back in freshman is outside.
Brings up second down and short for the Tigers.
Second and inches, I'm sorry. Second and about a foot.
about a foot. And again, you got Traylon Goodman with Ahmad Anderson in the backfield. Halfback goes in motion. Looks like a counter play to the left. Ahmad Anderson takes the ball down to about the 20-yard line, making this a Tiger first down. And that's going to be the end of quarter number 3.
Anderson on the carry, picks up the Tiger first down, and that's the end of the third quarter.
And you have Hearne Eagle down, number 55.
Tigers 8.
Mr. Anthony Jackson is down on the play right now. While we tend to that injury timeout, I want to take the time to tell you about Miss Becky Taqueria
And Hearne, Texas, go call to order 979-279-5131. And we also want to tell you about CarQuest. Go get your car serviced over at CarQuest in Hearne, Texas. Make sure you tell them that Lou Tech Media sent you. And also, we're going to tell you about Touched by Touche Body Contouring, number 979-820-7101. And tell them that Lou Tech Media sent you. Ask for Miss Kiera Scott. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. If I'm saying that slogan wrong, I apologize, but I believe that's the slogan. Make sure you stop in there for all your hardware needs, paint, and accessories. And also, when your back's giving you problems, go ahead and stop by Hearne Chiropractic in Hearne, Texas with Dr. Mark Catalina in Hearne, Texas, number 979-279-3862. Make sure you tell them Lou Tech Media sent you, the guys over at Lou Tech Media. We like to also take this time to thank Mr. AJ and Mr. TJ with our video broadcasting. This wouldn't be possible without those guys. We appreciate you over here at Lou Tech Media. Thank you guys so much. Well, Kels, what do you think the Tigers are going to have to do to turn this fourth quarter around, buddy?
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, this is what the Tigers are going to have to do. The Tigers are going to have to come out. They're going to have to pass the football.
Yeah, and you know, my old coach, Justice Smith, who's now a principal at Bryan High School, used to tell us in the fourth quarter, Carthage High School, okay, excuse me, correction, Carthage High School, used to tell me, right now in the fourth quarter, when we're down, you're going to have to barbecue or mildew. We're going to see what the Tigers are going to do.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it's the fourth quarter. Tigers are down. They got Goodman at quarterback right now.
Expect the run here. Expect a run.
I expect maybe a run because they flanked over an H-back. It's not a run. It's a slant route. He's wide open. Touchdown, Tigers!
That's number 7 with the grab, Zion Minor. And just as I was saying, watch the run, watch the run. He sneaks in a pass on us with a slant route. And I got to say, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Lulled the defense to sleep with a couple of run plays. Broke a couple here and there. And then slung it in there for a good touchdown.
Hey, that's 27-14 now. Hey, I'm going to tell you what. If I had to say what the play of the night was, it was that right there. That was an excellent executed slant route. Goodman stayed in the pocket. He did not fright or scare at all. He looked to the right, and he let it go. Right as he got the defensive back on the outside shoulder, he slung it in the inside to number 7, and that was a good one. They're going for 2. Let's see what they're going to do. He snapped his hand. It's going to be a fumble picked up by number 4. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to be tackled by a host of Hearne Eagles, led by number 60.
Which is Mr. Justin Camper, senior, 6', 310-pound offensive lineman, defensive end.
Hey, 6 foot, 310 pounds. That guy can clog up a space. What do you think, Jerry?
I think I'll tell you one thing. 310 pounds is big no matter how tall you are, buddy. And I'll tell you, it's very, very, very interesting when you get that size with that strength combined and moving around with that speed. That's a scary sight to see.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. One of the things I want to say is that these coaches, they're going back and forth. They're playing chess now. There is no more checkers, Jerry.
Yeah, there isn't. And the most important thing here that I think people fall asleep on are the assistant coaches. All the head coach can do is be there, and, you know, he can't watch everything. So everything really falls on the assistant coaches here. And the assistant coaches on both teams are doing a great job of keeping their players in tune and in line and focused for the most part. I'm going to see if we can get you guys a stat update here. But I can tell you one thing, number 73 for the Hearne Eagles is having a great game. Monterius Smith, also the quarterback, Micah Smith for the Hearne Eagles is having a great game. Number 3 for the Tigers, Traylon Goodman is having a great game, as well as number 4, Kadarius Goodall, and also number 10, Cole Caldwell, is also having a great game. Offensively, defensively, number 50, Raymond Bali, and also Marshall Sizemore on the defense for the Tigers is having a great game. McGrew is having a decent game on defense and offense, really playing with his heart out there. Everybody has their nose down. Right here is going to be a great possession for the Eagles. We're going to have to figure out what they're going to do. And it's another snub kick. Number 4 picks it up. He takes it to the right side. He gets a block. He's up the corner. He set the edge. He's going to the 30, and he's took out by a gang of Tigers. Number 30 in on the tackle, number 6 in on the tackle, number 7 in on the tackle. Number 7 is Zion Monner. Number 30 is Ahmad Anderson. And number 6 is Navia Gill. Navajo Gill, I believe. And Hearne will take over from their own 44-yard line, trying to punch in another touchdown. Man, I tell you, the left side of that line is so massive. If I were Micah, I would definitely be trying to get over there, and they do. Give the ball off number 11. He hits the corner, hits up. He's in there for an 8-yard gain. That's number 11, Damian Gunnels. And I'm telling you, man, that guy is fast, man. As soon as he touches the ball, you know he's going to go somewhere with it. Moving like he has a fire under his rear, I'll tell you that. That's a dangerous combo back there. Micah Smith along with number 11, Damian Gunnels. Micah Smith is he has 11 attempts for 92 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Having himself a great game right now. Then you have
on defense, you got Micah Smith with 1 interception. Leading the way is going to be number 55, Jackson, with 7 tackles. You got Mitchell with 3 tackles. Langham with 1 tackle and an interception. Seymour has 3.5 tackles as well.
And
receiving yards, you got Dunn, 5 catches, 78 yards, a touchdown. Jarrode, 14 yards and 1 touchdown. And you got Lewis, number 19, with 2 receptions.
Unfortunately, we are not able to get to the Tiger stats just yet. As soon as those stats come into us, we will let you know. But I'm telling you, man, those guys are fighting hard over there. And big shout out to the Trinity Tigers for coming down here and putting on a very good show for us out here in Hearne, Texas.
First down and foul.
It's 11:25 left. The Eagles are gonna have the ball right now. They're at quarterback. Micah Smith with the ball at quarterback. Number 9 is in the backfield with him. Jeremy Seymour. It's a snap. It gets handed off to Seymour. He cuts around the left side. He may go. He's tackled at about the, I'm going to call it the 24-yard line.
First down for the Eagles, down to the Tiger 25-yard line.
I think the most important thing for the Tigers here is to turn up and send a couple blitzes here. Maybe catch the offenses off guard. Hand off again to Seymour. He gets down to about 4 yards there. Number 9, Jeremy Seymour with a 4-yard carry. Senior, 6 foot, 220-pound running back. Well, that's a good size right there, man. Get that guy at full speed. It's going to be hard to bring him down.
Assisted by number 52, McDonald.
Hey, looks like Hearne is just sticking with what they know right now. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Hearne Eagles right now. They're at their own, let's call it the 23-yard line. Trips out right.
Keep in mind, you got Damian back there in the backfield. Damian Gunnels, he's a weapon. He's by himself again. Let go of the ball, Mike. And Micah's taken down for another sack at the 40-yard line. That's a big sack. Again, Micah Smith has to let go of those balls in those situations right there. Either scramble or try to get out of the pocket and throw it away. You don't want to take a 14, 15-yard sack there. That is bad bit for business.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he's holding on to the ball too, a little bit too long. It looks like he had a man downfield. I don't know. But I tell you what, let's see what they're going to do the next play.
And usually that falls into the trust category. In those situations, the quarterback has to learn how to trust his receiver. He can't take those 15-yard losses. On those situations, if you're not going to throw it up and trust your receivers, you have to throw the ball away. You cannot take those 15-yard losses like that. And the play clock dwindles down to 0 again. Not before we get a timeout by the Hearne Eagles. Great awareness right there for the coach. Didn't want to take that long loss along with the tackle for a loss. So that leaves Hearne with 2 timeouts left, and also the Tigers have 2 timeouts left in the fourth quarter with 9:14 left to go. And again, this is a time, since we're at a break, we're going to take a time right now to say thank you to our sponsors. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. CarQuest, make sure you get in there and get your car serviced. Hearne Chiropractic with Dr. Mark Catalina. Touched by Touche with Miss Kiera Scott, and also Becky's Taqueria over in Hearne, Texas. Thank you guys for the sponsors, and we also want to thank everybody here at Lutech Media for helping us out. And also we want to thank Hearne ISD for allowing us to come in and commentate this game for you, call this game for you. My name is Jerry Tennell, and I'm here alongside with Darian Kelly.
Hey, buddy, I tell you what, man. Texas football on Friday nights is what a lot of people in Texas live for. As you know, Texas is big on education. They're big on food and cattle, and they are big on high school football.
Yeah, it's hard to find another state that's more competitive than Texas when it comes to high school football. Got trips to the right, one to the left, receiver to the left. But also remember, you got gunnels in the backfield. Look at this again. Micah's holding the ball, and he launches it. That's what you got to do. You got to trust him. But it's played by the safety, number 5. He's going to take it back. Takes it out. He skips and dips. He's shaking. He gets out of there. He's done. He's taking it off. To the 20, to the 30, he's pushed out at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, that was a heck of a play. I tell you what, that was a heck of a play. These guys are absolutely amazing.
Pass at the goal line, intended for number 4. Done. Tigers take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The whole game?
Hey, guys, I tell you what. Let's see what they do now. They have.
That was the big break that the Tigers needed right there.
They have Goodman back at quarterback. He got 3 out to the right side, running back in the backside, 1 out to the left on top. He's going to take the ball, swing it around right side. He's going toward that right sideline. He cuts back in. Oh, my goodness. He cuts back in right. He's down the sideline. Woo! And, that's going to first down. That's what I call a run. Will there be a flag? I could have sworn I seen a face mask.
Yes, sir. I mean, if you missed out one, you have to have horrible vision not to see that was a face mask. This was going to tack on 15 more, if I'm not mistaken. You have the back judge back there with the safeties throwing that flag, which usually means either a face mask or an illegal block downfield. But I do believe I've seen a face mask there. Excellent run by Traylon Goodman, man. That guy right there is Mighty Mouse, man. He can take a licking, man.
I tell you what, sometimes those things happen. You can easily miss it as an official. So I understand why they didn't call it, and maybe they didn't see it. But I tell you what, the referees were just talking about something. Let's see what they were talking about. So what are they going to do? They're going back. Yeah, it was a flag. They're marking off, it looks like 15 more yards. And that's for your Tiger first down. It's 8:37 left on the clock. 27-14, an extra 15 at the end of the clock. They're on the 25-yard line. They got Caldwell back in at quarterback. The clock has started running. He claps his hand. He's waiting for it to snap. He hands it off to number 4. He's up the middle. He's going to be tackled, looks like, by number 60 and number 9. That's right. That's Kadarius Goodall with the ball. And he was tackled by number 60, Justin Kemper, and number 9, Jeremy Seymour, the senior 6 foot, 220-pound running back linebacker. Hey, number 4, that was a pretty good run because it's positive yards, but they better start doing something right now and get it ticking because it's 8 minutes and 7 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter of your Lutech Media TV high school football game of the week. Caldwell back at quarterback. Motion by the H-back to the left. Hands it back off at number 4. He's met in the backfield by number 52. This guy has been all over the field tonight. Number 52, Stephen Kraft Mitchell, the junior, 6 foot, 255-pound offensive line and defensive lineman. Oh, my goodness. This guy has been all over the field tonight for the Hearne Eagles. There's going to be an injury timeout. Who's down back there? Looks like the same one who got the tackle. No, it's going to be number 60. He was on the last play, I believe. Looks like he's getting up on his own. He's going to try to walk it up. He's hopping. Let's have good prayers for him and good energy towards him. Number 60 for the Hearne Eagles, Justin Kemper, the senior, 6 foot, 310-pound offensive lineman and defensive lineman. He gets up and walks off. Number 55 comes in the game for number 76. That's right, number 55, Marshall Seasmore comes in the game for Cole Kirby, the junior. Number 7 comes into the game. He's out wide to the left at the top of your screen, at the bottom of your screen, excuse me. You have, looks like they have an H-back on the right side. They have a tailback in the backfield behind the quarterback, Cole Caldwell. You got Deuces out right. Looks like it's going to be, well, that's zone over the top. It's a pitch. It's old Flipperooski. It's broken up. But I tell you what, I cannot blame the coach for calling that play. Hey, it couldn't work. That was actually a pretty good one. But he also had one-on-one on the bottom of the screen. Number 7, Zion Minor going against number 4, Dunn, on this backside. That was a one-on-one matchup. Cole Caldwell with the ball. Goodman to the right. He scrambles out to the right. He's going to let it go across the middle. It's going to be incomplete pass. Looks like it was intended for number, I can't tell if that's number 5 or number 2, but that was 4th down. It's turnover on downs.
Pressure put on the play by number 63, Frank.
Number 63 for the Hearne Eagles put that pressure on that time. That's Lee Garrett Frank, the junior, 6 foot, 220-pounder.
And also I want to take the time right now to apologize. Number 60 is not Justin Kemper, it's Mr. Juarez Gibson.
Okay, looks like they mixed their roster up tonight.
Just a little bit.
Whoever Mr. Gibson is, that guy may just be the Lutech Media Sports TV defensive player of the game.
Yeah, he's having a great game out there, man. He's everywhere like air tonight. And I'm telling you one thing.
Hey, Jay.
Takes the snap. It's play action. Number 1 keeps the ball. Takes off. It's around the corner trying to get around. He steps out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain.
Smith on the carry around the
Jay,
right
you got to
end.
stay still. You got to stay still. Don't move.
And again, we are sorry for the technical difficulties up here on the field. We have 3 people under staff, and we're trying to get you guys the game broadcasted as good as possible. We are sorry about that, though.
Hey, Jay.
And again, number 60 is going to be Mr. Dorian Juarez Gibson. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Gibson.
Hold it on. Stop looking. Just hold it.
Got 2 in the backfield. 2 takes up. Number 11 has the ball. This is Damian Gunnels. He's to the 30. They got another should be another flag, another face mask there. I don't know why the referees are missing that face mask, and that's not safe for the players. Hopefully they get their eyes on that and be looking out for that. But there will be a first down for Mr. Gunnels. I'm telling you, that guy there is electrifying. Very great run right there for number 11, Damian Gunnels. And if you haven't had a chance, make sure you guys go like and subscribe to us, Lutech Media, on Facebook and on YouTube. Again, that is Lutech Media, spelled L-U-Tech, T-E-C-H, Media, M-E-D-I-A. Tackling the backfield by number 55, which might be the best player over there on the defense for the Tigers. Number 55, Mr. Marshall Sizemore, offensive lineman, defensive end. Number 10. Excuse me, number 55, sophomore. And he has 2 more years left to grow up there on that defense. I believe he's going to be a factor here in the next year or two. Already playing great football as a sophomore. We got trips to the right. We got Damian Gunnels over here to the right. And, again, they have number 8 over here on the island by itself with no help over the top. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. And Micah Smith takes just that too long to get rid of that ball.
Few updates for the Brazos Valley Week 1 4A Division 2. You got Rockdale leading in the second quarter over LaGrange 20-14. Belleville in the fourth quarter 34-31 over Giddens. You got Warden down 0-21. Navasota on top right there in Class 3A. Columbus beat Hempstead 35-0. Little Rivers beat Rogers 20-15. Grossbeck over Corsicana. Mildred 46-0. You got Rusk 42-7 against Fairfield in the third quarter. That's right. And Cameron Yo right now beating Mahia 21-16 in the fourth quarter.
Trips to the left, steps back. Michaels has the ball in his hands. He's holding it again. He's holding it. He's wide open downfield, and he just throws the ball away. We got to get the ball out of your hands, Mr. Smith. You missed another wide open receiver, but it's okay. Going to put that one behind you and go on to the next play. 4th down and about 11.
A little more Brazos Valley High School football score update. Caldwell right now leads Snook 22-14 in the Battle of Burleson County. That's right, the Battle of Burleson County, 22-14, fourth quarter. Caldwell over Snook. You got Lexington leading West right now, 19-14.
Got Micah Smith back to punt, and you got number 5, Mr. Jamarian Hall, Mr. Electric, that's what I like to call him. With every time he touches the ball, it's a great play. Had a bit muff kickoff earlier, muff punt earlier, I'm sorry, and that cost him. But put that play behind him. It's been, it's a snap over his head. He gets it off. It is tipped, and it's kicked out of bounds. You got to
do a little better last time. It's blocking up front, but overall, still got the ball off. They're up 27-14, 5:55 left in the fourth quarter. A little more score updates. Calvert was beat yesterday by Borden County, 62-42. Somerville game was postponed. They were up 7-0 over Cushing for the weather. Granger over Axtell, 32-0. Holland beat Burton 27-12. And it was Milano over Valley Mills, 32-13. And that wraps up your scoreboard. Wait, one more game. Normandy 22 over Bremond right now in the fourth quarter. That's a really good game. I was paying attention to that. I tell you what. But our game right here, we're live, 5:55 left. Tigers with the ball.
Trinity Tigers against the Hearne Eagles. Trinity Tigers have the ball with high snap for number 3. Handles it well. And number 55 there to stuff up the play again to Anthony Jackson. Number 3, Traylon Goodman gives the ball off to Kadarius Goodall right there. That was a perfect way to handle that high snap right there.
I tell you what, that's what you want from a player, to be able not to be in a frantic when a high snap comes, just to grab the ball and do what you're supposed to do with the ball. He was very under control. I tell you what, the Tigers have to show some tempo here. Down 27-14, 5:25 left on the play clock. Fourth quarter of your Lutech Media Sports TV High School Game of the Week.
And we have the Trinity Tigers coming out again with number 3, Traylon Goodman in the backfield, and number 4, Kadarius Goodall. Takes the snap, running to the left. Number 19 is sets the edge. Number 9 flows over to make the tackle. That's a great job by number 19. Jalen Saul Lewis setting the edge right there and just waiting for the help to come. Jeremy Seymour comes in to help out.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you're not going to get up the sideline and get more yards, it's safe just to go out of bounds because the clock is ticking. And right now, they need all the time they can get. They're down 27-14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I cannot actually believe that the coach is still electing to run the ball here. Right here is where you want to sneak in some play action passes, sneak in a little screen here and there, or maybe sneak in like one of those trick halfback pass plays. But you cannot afford to just run the ball here if you are the visiting team, which is.
I tell you what, I would have came back with that same halfback pass look, but threw it down at the bottom of the screen.
Right here, your man defense down here, one-on-one coverage. I love to see it. And he gets a go, and he gets nailed. He gets nailed.
Oh, my goodness, number 52. That is
Stephen Kraft Mitchell. Jeez Louise, I am so sorry. Yeah, number 52 is definitely Stephen Kraft Mitchell. Man, I'm talking about laid a lick on number 3 right there. He definitely got up slow. He's definitely going to be feeling that one in the morning like a train wreck, I tell you.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm just glad he was able to get back up because that kid has heart. Right now, he is almost the only hope that they have as far as from the quarterback position. That's right now. No, Caldwell comes in. Caldwell is somewhat consistent. I would have put that's exactly what they just did. Put Goodman out. They put him at receiver? Is that him at the bottom of the screen? It looks like it. I don't know, but that's Caldwell back in at quarterback. Caldwell snaps the ball. He goes to the right. Caldwell to the right. He's looking downfield. He's going to pass. It's going to be dropped by number 2, Julian Claiborne.
Yeah, and what happened right there with Mr. Claiborne is I believe he tried to turn up the field too quick before he caught the pass. Right there, you have to look the pass into your hands and then catch it and then go upfield. But that's going to bring up. Turnover on downs. 4:08 left in the fourth quarter, 27-14, the Eagles.
Well, it was a turnover on downs. What would Hearne elect to do right now? I'm pretty sure is Hearne is probably going to do a lot of running.
Yeah, right here it'd be pretty crazy to throw the ball, especially when the team only has 2 timeouts left, or excuse me, 1 timeout left. I would elect to definitely run the ball.
Last time they went deep, they were picked off in the end zone.
And that was only because they took just a little too long to snap the ball. And right here, we're going to get another delay of game penalty.
That is a mental error on the quarterback and the coach. They have to do better, but I tell you what, consistency, discipline, they'll get over that mental error.
Yes, sir. And I do believe that's their 3rd delay of game call this game. And that might not hurt them tonight, but that will hurt them later in the season. They have to pay attention to that.
That's right. They come out double deuces on both sides. Snap by Smith. Number 9 with the ball. He goes out left side. He misses one tackler. He gets tackled up by number.
Seymour on the carry, brought down by number 7.
Seymour brought down by number 7, Zion Minor, wide receiver. He's a senior. We've called his name a couple times tonight, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, he's making his bid at the defensive player of the game tonight. And I'm telling you one thing right now, as the running back for the Hearne Eagles, no matter which one you are, you have one job, bud, and that's to get upfield and stay in bounds. Hold on to the ball. Get upfield, stay in bounds, hold on to the ball. That's your only job to do. That's one job. Take care of the ball, get upfield. Hands the ball off to number 11. Nope, it was a fake. Passes to number 7. Gets a cut. He's headed upfield. Fumble!
He was smart.
Fumble!
Hey, I tell you what, that guy may have made the smartest play tonight. Instead of picking the ball up and going down, he just dropped on the ball. He didn't try to be a Superman hero. He just got the ball, and he's giving his team another chance to win. It's 3:17 left in the fourth quarter. It's 27-14. Hearne on top of Trinity Tigers. The ball is on the 45-yard line. Let's see if Trinity has any late game magic.
And that right there is what I was just referring to. I just said that it'd be crazy to throw the ball, and that's the reason why right there. You throw the ball, and the receiver, because he's so focused on catching the ball, getting upfield, and trying to make a play, he's not going to be really focused on taking care of the ball. But that is not falling on the coach. That falls all on the receiver. Receiver has to keep his hands on the ball, and everybody has to protect the football once it's in their hands. It's up to you. And, again, we have man coverage over here with number 4 and this receiver at the bottom of the screen.
That's the one I was going to look to last time. Whenever they made that halfback pass, they could have actually came back to the bottom of the screen with Dunn at defensive back. Looks like they're going to get a safety right there in the middle. He's probably watching the H-back, but we're going to see what does Coach have up his sleeve. Number 10, Caldwell with the ball. He's going to throw it out left side. Caught by number 5. He cuts up. That's going to be about a 9-yard catch.
That is a nice hit for number 3 on the Hearne Eagles, Mr. T.J. Webster, his first tackle of the game. And I do believe that he's going to get involved now with them throwing the ball a little more. 2:55 left in the game, guys. Tick, 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 tick.
Looks like the Tigers are coming up with a little tempo. Number 10 back with the ball. That's Caldwell with the ball. Caldwell, he's going to hand it off to number 3. He cuts out the middle. He may be gone. What is he going to do? It's touchdown, Tigers! They're going to call him short at the 1-yard line. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that one right there. I'm scratching my head on that one. I mean, when you have something like that, you want to look at the line judge. You don't want to be the referee on the field trying to make the play. And right now we have an injury timeout.
Well, excuse me for calling the touchdown early, but I thought he got in.
Yeah, man, it looked like he got in from over here as well. But we are behind the play, and we can't see. We can't judge it from over here. We have to go by what the referee says. Referee says he's down at the 1, and that's what we're going to say.
Hey, guy, I'm not disputing what the referee said. I'm just telling you what it looked like. Looked like he got in the end zone. But I tell you what, that has to do something for the confidence for the Trinity Tigers right now.
Yeah, that was a big confidence booster. You wish you would have got in right there, saved yourself some time. You didn't. It's okay. Punch it in right here on the next couple of plays, and we're going to go out here and try to get on defense and make a big play.
Hey, I tell you what, I think the coach over there knows exactly what he's doing, Coach Goodman, because he didn't call a timeout when the clock was ticking down a few minutes ago.
Yeah, and that kind of surprised me, actually. I was looking for a timeout, but I guess he knew he had one dialed up, sneaking, trailing Goodman back there in the backfield and going for it right there. Had number 50 down with the injury right there. That's Mr. Jakiron Flint-Troy. So I hope he's doing all right. And the Tigers come out with 2 receivers to the right, H-back to the right, and it looks like I formation in the backfield.
Hey, I think a good one right now would be a play action and the keeper by Caldwell. It's going to be a snuff in the background. Again, number 52. Man.
Stephen Kraft Mitchell is having himself a great game.
Now I'm looking for a timeout. Will there be a timeout? We're waiting.
I think what they're going to say here is they're going to go down to the 2-minute warning is what I'm thinking. We're about to figure it out. I don't know if there's a 2-minute warning in high school football. We're about to figure it out, though. Guess not.
No, sir, there's no 2-minute warning in high school football. Caldwell with the ball. He's going to pitch it back to the right side. It's Goodman. He's stuffed again by the Hearne Eagle defense.
Well, this is a tough place right here. You always hear a defensive coordinator say, we can get beat on the 50, on the 40, on the 30, but we better not lose the fight in the 20-yard line, and that's called the red zone. That's the hardest part of the field to score from. Once you get in that red zone, people usually think it's easier, but it's actually getting a bit harder. It shortens the field up a lot. It shortens the play of field a lot. The receivers doesn't have a lot of room to run those routes. And, you know, it just shortens everything up for you as an offensive coordinator. And so you got to kind of try to figure out a play that's a bust-open play right here for the Tigers. Tigers take their second time out of the quarter, and they have 1 left, 27-14, Hearne Eagles.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Hey, this is the exactly type of game we want to call. One of us going to go down to the wire. It's what I consider a nail biter.
Yes, sir. And then the reason they call it a nail biter is because you get so nervous that you start biting your nails. And I tell you right now, at first this one was going a certain way, but now the Tigers are in situation to make this one a close one.
Hey, guys, I call it a nail biter because I've bitten my nails about down to my nose. I don't know how this one is going to go, but it looks like it's going to go all the way down to the wire.
And if you can remember, earlier in the game, the Tigers went for a 2-point conversion instead of electing to kick the ball. And that right now has actually saved them having to stay in this game. If they score 2 more times, they actually take the lead here instead of being tied up.
I tell you what, Coach Goodman, he has kept his guys rolling the whole game. They have never gave up. They have been resilient. They have faced adversity. And let's see what they're going to do right now. Caldwell in the backfield at quarterback. To the right side, you have Goodman. At the bottom of the screen, you look like you have one-on-one. What is he going to do? He's going to hand off again. He is stuffed in the backfield.
Guess who? Number 52, Stephen Kraft Mitchell. That guy there is everywhere like air. I'm telling you, he might be solidifying his spot at player of the game.
Hey, I tell you what, this guy is amazing at what he's been doing today. Every single big play. This guy, number 55, is 52 and 55 are finding their way to the ball. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and 6 to go from the 6-yard line. What are they going to do? They have number 2 out. There's doubles on both sides. Goodman in the backfield. I'm looking for a little wheel route. Going to hold it. It's intercepted.
And I was just talking about that right there. In the red zone, that field of play shortens a whole bunch. And right there you see Micah Smith, which is the quarterback, and the strong safety taking that pick off right there. He has great eyes. He knows what to look for because he plays quarterback, so he knows where that quarterback is looking to throw the ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Hearne made a bad mistake by fumbling the ball, giving the Tigers another chance, and the Tigers drove it all the way down to the 1 yard line. We thought they got in, but they were at the 1 yard line. The referee said that's where they marked it at. 3 consecutive plays, 3 consecutive stops, and on 4th down, they got stopped again. That's right, Hearne has the ball. It's turnover on down, 27-14, 4th quarter, 53 seconds to go. Here live at Wood Stadium in Hearne, Texas on Lutech Media TV. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching today's broadcast, Lutech Media TV. I tell you what, the Hearne head coach, Coach Sargent, his assistant coaches, they really called a good game. These guys did what they needed to do, and it looks like Hearne is going to come out and be victorious tonight. Looks like they're lining up in the old victory formation.
Yeah, with 53 seconds, I'd like to ask you, what's that school's name right there on MLK in Bryan, Texas, buddy? I believe it's called Neal.
And Neal Elementary, that's right, buddy. It's Neal Elementary. And right now, we're going